Our sponsors for this episode: Mark Bell's Slingshot at howmuchyoubench.net, bench heavy with no pain with Mark Bell's Slingshot, thepowermagazine.com, powerlifting apparel with an attitude from 8manstrong.com, Harry's Razors at harrys.com. Get an amazing shave at half the price. Harry's will give you $5 off your first order with the promo code PowerCast. Stop overpaying for a great shave. Go to harrys.com right now at the link below in the description box and enter the code PowerCast at checkout for your $5 off your starter kit. And bodybuilding.com. Bodybuilding.com is the world's #1 website and supplement store. Bodybuilding.com also has free fitness plans for every level. Visit bodybuilding.com today to become your best self. Our guests for episode 144 of the PowerCast are Matt and Andy Vincent. They're both Highland Games athletes, and Matt's a two-time world champ. He's also in the running for most frequent PowerCast guest, whose last name isn't Bell. This is their second appearance on the show together, so we covered a bunch of your training questions, as well as a whole lot of other topics. Matt is also the owner of Hate Brand Goods, and by the time this episode drops, he should be shipping his new mobility sleeve, which you can see him using here. Be sure to listen through to the end because he gives a discount code for his entire site, especially for PowerCast listeners. Give us a thumbs up and share this episode, and enjoy number 144.
Circular breathing.
Yeah. It's going to start to smell in here real fast.
Only poop out of my mouth.
Super Training Gym, blah, 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 blah.
Live at
PowerCast.
Super Training Gym in West
You know how
Sacramento,
sad he'd be if we just recorded a
This
new one?
is Mark Bell's PowerCast.
Yeah.
We could still do
Alongside
that.
Silent Mike and Jim
With Andy
McD.
Vincent's
Here's your
wonderful
host,
singing
Mark
voice.
Bell. Jim McD.
Oh.
Goddamn Batman's in the building.
Yeah. Sounded a little scurry. So we got a lot of shit to talk about today.
Hopefully
shit's
a
been going
lot
on.
of shit.
People have been dying. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Why is everybody
Who
dying?
was the first one? Was it
China.
a Golden Girl? No.
Oh.
The first one was David
Oh.
Bowie.
Well,
Okay, that was what, 3 weeks?
We're talking about this week, though.
This week there wasn't it a Golden Girl?
China.
No,
there's
before
a
that.
girl that was she a mom or something on Seinfeld? Maybe she's a comedian type.
Yeah, her.
yeah,
That's
no
a
idea.
Golden Girl. I guess I'm a little off.
No, she was the mom on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh,
Doris-
Doris
right,
Roberts.
that's right.
Yeah.
There you go. Number one of the week.
She was like 92.
Yeah,
You
which
expect
makes
to
sense.
die when you're 92.
I don't know.
I fucking expect
Modern-
you to die when
Yeah,
you're
with
92.
modern science
you
and her
never know.
Not
income.
before.
Yeah,
It's
modern
still,
science and her
let's
income. 150,
let's just
180
start over a little bit. It still counts as a death, right?
Yeah. It's-
Right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
she's
fair,
still
yeah.
died. Yeah.
She's not breathing.
Because
Okay.
the world believes that everything happens.
We're going to be
in
so
threes,
insensitive.
and
The world's going to hate us after this talk.
I've never
Used
watched.
to it.
I never watched Everybody Loves Raymond. I didn't love it. Did
I
you
didn't
guys?
think it was that
No.
great.
It's a terrible show.
I
I like his big dumb brother, though.
He's pretty funny though. I went to the Tahoe Celebrity
He's
Golf
probably
game,
a great comedian. Yeah.
and so he's like putting and dicking around, like cheering on the crowd and stuff. He was funny.
He's
He's
no
the
Charles
only good-
Barkley.
One of the only
I met
two good
Charles
parts
there,
of Vinyl. I don't know if you guys watch Vinyl. He's one of the only two
Yeah.
good parts of Vinyl.
I don't have
Are
not
these
watched
series
it. I
on
wanna watch it
Pornhub,
because,
or-
that's the only channel I watch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pornhub.
Everyone's always talking about Netflix. I'm not quite sure.
No, I'm pretty excited about Vinyl. I'm going to get into it after the season's over because of Andrew Dice Clay being on there.
I got some
He's a
porn. I
maniac.
got some porn.
Plays
I got some
himself.
Pornhub news for you guys.
I'm ready.
I was in here yesterday.
Oh,
and
okay.
Silent Mike's crew comes in, and Silent Mike's powerlifting crew. Silent Mike and Marcus, they train some people in here
Gotcha.
Tuesdays and
I was
Thursday nights.
confused.
Plug. Anybody need some training help?
Call in.
And some of the ladies are doing some squats, right? And one of the girls comes over to me and she's like, "I thought your April Fool's sale that you had on your shirts was April Fool's joke, because when I went to the site, it was all your off the team stuff, and I was like, it was like an off the team cover case for your phone and all this other stuff, right?" And she's like, "It turned out you actually had a sale." And so she said she bought some stuff or whatever. The other girl comes over, the real tall blonde girl.
Yeah,
with the
Jess.
bright blue eyes. She comes over and she goes, she's like, a lot of April Fool's stuff was really confusing me. She's like, I went to go to Pornhub and it was Corn Hub. She's like, and every dick was corn, and she said every thumbnail was turned to corn.
That's amazing.
I was like, hey, doesn't sound that corny to me.
I'm
Boom.
super sad I missed out on that.
Oh, it was great.
That's brilliant.
She didn't even try to make an excuse of how she ended up there or anything. She
Didn't
wasn't
even
like,
go.
oh, a friend
She
told
was,
me.
went
Yeah,
straight
she's
there.
just
Yeah,
like,
she sought it out.
I went to go there and
She was trying to have a party and play the
Yeah,
DJ.
making her daily
exactly.
Pornhub.
Yep.
Is there some way we can time travel back to that? 'Cause
I know. Amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
can we go back to the sad deaths not happening?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how we got to cornhub.com.
We're trying to avoid talking about it.
All right.
Do you feel like you're gonna die?
I think it's up for
Like
debate.
today?
Because how long does an owl actually live? Anybody have those
6
stats?
months?
They don't
Google
la-
it. Google it. No way. They have to live longer. They're predators.
How do they get so wise?
Top of the fucking food
Well,
chain.
it's
Like
like
cartoon
instead
owls
of
are
dog
always
years,
old
you
and
have
wise.
owl
They
years.
work.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
You
they
can't
work,
be young and wise.
They work nights though. That's got to be stressful.
Yeah.
But they eat snakes.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that add to knowledge and wisdom?
No,
Have
it
you
adds
eaten
to
a snake?
adds to
Yeah,
being
I mean-
indestructible.
Yeah, it adds to being a badass.
I ate a copperhead.
Well, they don't
you
even
ate a
sh-
snake? A snake?
Yeah.
They don't even shit, do they? Do owls shit? Don't they like barf up pellets or something?
Yeah. They barf up the bones.
That's
Yeah.
tough. That's
we
a
barf
imagine
up
if
the
we could
bones.
That's pretty gnarly.
imagine if you could eat a bunch of chicken
You can
wings and
barf
barf up the fucking
Yeah, you can
bones
barf up my bone, buddy.
into a thing of like into a ball of like cat hair.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Just
It'd be
think,
such a
think
fucking
about
good.
how fast you could plow through some chicken wings. You would
Yeah.
have to stop and take the bones
Yeah,
out.
well, yeah,
Right.
just-
Just like
right.
if you
Straight down
get
the gullet.
boneless ones, you don't even have to stop and breathe.
I wonder
Do
if
they-
Furious Pete could do that.
Do they poop? Do owls
up bones?
poop?
Yeah, they have to. It has to be pellets.
Everything poops. You haven't read that book?
It goes back to the book. Yeah, everything poops.
They got a butthole,
Everybody
but
poops.
no, they don't have junk.
No, they're not.
They're like a
What?
bird. They got one hole.
Really?
Like chickens.
Oh.
Chickens don't have dick meat.
Mike looks confused.
Wait, what? How did you start that?
What?
They don't
They
have.
have
They don't
holes?
have dick meat. They don't have junk.
Dick meat?
Yeah,
Dick
dick
meat.
meat.
They have an innie?
But hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Can
they have
that be
an
my
innie.
excuse? Can I go with the innie excuse? But I'm like an owl. It's okay. There's something there. Don't
They
worry
pee
about
and
it.
poop out of the same hole.
Oh,
It
what?
doesn't mean they don't have
Ducks
penises.
have
doesn't-
dicks.
Ducks
Yeah.
have dicks. They're internal. They come out. We've been over duck dicks before.
I think we
That's
have.
what you talk about every time you're on the podcast.
Amazing.
Yeah, what are you,
What
the
about-
dick doctor?
What about
Yeah,
horse
the
cock? Can we
duck-
talk about that?
They're
Yeah.
delicious.
Duck
Yeah.
dick expert.
If anyone at this table had ever seen the donkey show in Mexico, I'd probably say it was Matt.
I've never been there. No.
Don't lie to us.
Come on. Come on.
Allegedly.
Come on. We know. We know.
She took it.
What do we got going on with the owls? How long is the owl?
Owls live 13 years in the wild on average and 38 in captivity. So fuck.
Dang. Why do they die in
you're
pu-
30.
in,
Yeah, your days are numbered.
They die at-
I got a good 5 left.
Why
I'm
is
in
their
captivity?
got
why is
shit
their
to
life
do.
more than chopped in half when they're in captivity? What the fuck is
Well,
up
I
with
mean,
that?
but it's not owl years.
It's
like dog years.
It's the other way around. It's longer when they're in captivity.
Yeah, who kills them in the wild?
Other
Stress.
predators. I don't
Probably
know.
not enough food.
Chasing snakes,
Yeah. Sometimes you get bit, man. That's what they say. You chase
Choking on
snakes, you
bones.
get bit. That's what they say.
choking on bones.
No more.
The fat owl. So you don't feel like you're gonna die. You feel okay?
I feel pretty good.
But you're a little banged up. You can't do the skirt thing, like throwing
gotta-
totem poles and stuff around.
I got a knee that's not that great.
No.
It's kind of shit.
What about your
Was it-
face?
Yeah,
No.
Is that broken or is that just how it
This
is?
moneymaker has just been spot on. The whole
you want to
time.
talk about your knee on the air, or
No, it's not.
your brother slapped you in a figure 4 back in the day?
did.
You couldn't get to the ropes to break it up, and that was that,
Well,
right?
the problem is we didn't even have a ref.
The
So
ref
who-
had his back turned on it at every match.
Yep.
God damn.
It always does. Yeah, so the knee's shitty. I heard it, I guess, a couple months ago. It's always been bad for like the last 8 years, and then I kind of aggravated it something new that it was like, oh, that's a new pain type of thing. And I went and got an MRI, and I don't have an ACL anymore.
John
There's
Wilburn
a-
did it.
Right. It's his fault.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. He punched me.
Punched your knee out.
Just karate chopped
I,
me.
I think after hearing what you just said, I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna
My
be-
professional advice.
yeah, you're gonna be totally fine. Did you guys used to kill each other as kids?
Oh, yes.
It was mostly like,
No, I don't think each other was what happened. I think,
Yeah.
I think Matt got killed as a kid.
yeah. No, it really got, like, I don't remember like crazy wrestling match. I used to wrestle one of your friends.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
you were the same size.
One of
Yeah.
his girlfriends? That's different. That's a different. That's a different topic for a different day.
We would throw down. It was one of his buddies, Matt Abel, and he was the Nigerian
Case you're
noodle,
Nigerian noodle.
and I was Kamala the Ugandan giant,
Kamala.
and we would battle.
You slapped the belly and everything like he did.
Oh, of course, dude, just
you
rug
go.
burns and attacking each other in the living room.
And then what about a real fight? You guys, did it ever come to that?
I don't think we
You
ever
guys
came
ever
to
like
that,
get real
no.
pissed at
I
each other?
seriously don't ever remember.
What's the story of you knocking him out with a fucking
I-
chunk of wood or whatever? What was that about?
We had to clean our dad's boat, and like, don't think this is a fancy thing. We're talking about like an aluminum boat that took like cruise through the marsh.
I'm
and bass
thinking Big
fish.
Pimpin' Jay-Z yacht
No,
slightly different.
in the Mississippi River.
No, running an outboard motor and cruising around the marsh.
I'm thinking one of those big fan things, like
You should feel
Fan
that.
yeah.
boat.
Down there in
They're
Louisiana.
not fan boats. They're just called airboats.
I'm a fan of them though.
Yeah.
You didn't own a hovercraft?
Man, I'd be dead sometime that afternoon.
Really?
If I bought one of those.
Are they
things.
that
do
exciting?
like 70?
Do they
And
really?
They'll jump levees.
What, those fan boats?
Airboats, yes.
Wait, are we talking
Well, no,
fan
no one
boat?
calls
they're-
it a fan boat.
No.
Hovercrafts are
The boat with a giant fan on the back is
Let's ask
different
and
than
a
a
remote
hovercraft.
control.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Fan boat.
Those things they're like a
Fanny
350
pack
engine
boats.
is what runs them.
A what?
They have like a V8 350
like
engine
giant
that
motors.
runs the
Yeah.
fan.
Almost like flips it over.
Yeah.
Dude, they're so awesome.
He looks like he's right. Wikipedia says fan boat equals airboat. So
Well, at least if Wikipedia knows what the fuck we're talking about, can't
Wikipedia's
you?
never wrong.
It's never been wrong. I used it in college for all my papers.
Right. Can I use that as a source?
I did. I would source Wikipedia.
God.
So you're cleaning out the fan boat.
Yeah, and
I'm curious about
he
what
had
this is
stepped
right
over
here.
the line quite a bit. He had
Really, Andy?
Habitually.
habitual line stuff.
There's a line right here. I dare you to cross it. You cross it. You're like, I dare you to cross it again.
He knew me.
Cross it one more time.
He sprayed me with a hose, probably more than once. And I think I threw down a
That's not a
don't do
euphemism.
that again.
Was he making fun of your titties? You trying to get a wet T-shirt contest going?
This chunky kid.
Soaping up an aluminum
Dance,
boat.
boy, dance. And I guess he gave a challenge. He sprayed me again, so I chunked this like 3-foot wooden brush I was using at him and drilled it.
Right in the temple. Like, I still have a
Got him.
scar.
He has way more scars from me than I do for him.
Yeah.
Matt the other
Trying
day
to cut
said,
off one of your fingers?
He goes, remember when I knocked you out? He's like, I think I was still conscious.
Yeah. So what did I do?
Right.
Yeah, no, that was a good day.
It hurt, but he didn't knock me
All
out.
I could think, like as I watched the life drain out of him as he
Oh,
slumped, all I
Eyes
could think
rolling
was
back.
like, fucking dad's going to kill me.
Dad's going to be pissed
dead.
if I killed him.
Yeah. So I'm going to get beat so bad.
So then China passed away as well, the former wrestler.
I didn't know she was that young.
So
Yeah, what is she?
45,
Oh, yeah,
44?
47. Yeah,
47.
47.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's a
She's
little.
lived pretty hard.
Here's a little note about her.
Adult films. Hey now.
She planned to do more adult films from
See,
her death.
always comes back to
Oh,
porn.
she was just trying to keep
we
those
didn't even do
paychecks coming
this.
in.
This was all on them.
Yeah.
She was with Triple H for a long time.
Well, and then with X-Pac.
X-Pac. That's right.
That's the one she had the most drama with.
Yeah.
And the most sex tapes, I think.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen them.
The sex tapes.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I think she did some pro ones, like through Vivid.
Yeah,
I
We
wouldn't know.
literally had this conversation.
Highly
10 seconds
produced.
ago.
Did we?
Come on.
He's like, I don't remember.
Are we not talking about me?
Owls never
He's
forget.
the one that got hit in the temple, and he remembers.
46, and it was definitely Vivid. Yeah, she did Backdoor to China.
Nice.
And
You know, that's
She-Hulk Triple X.
Is there like a plot synopsis on there? Can you tell me? You give me the.
Let me
Can
let me IMDb that shit right now.
How do you get
It's a
that
scene
job?
for scene remake of the Underground Railroad.
How do you become a porn title namer?
I don't know.
That's
We
a
should
good
get into
question.
it.
Dude, we would be the best. This crew right here,
Schindler's
$1 billion
List.
ideas.
You can dig a hole to China,
X-rated version?
Yeah.
right? If you just keep digging
That's
forever,
part
it's
two.
right- you
Dig
end
a
up
hole
right
to
in
China.
China, right?
Dig a hole.
That's
to
one of
China.
those old Southern
Part two.
sayings is get
Was
stuck
that-
in the mud.
Was that a necrophilia joke?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Hey now.
She might still do porn after her death, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Who collects the royalties?
I don't know.
Yeah, do they think it was overdose or she took her own life? That's what I read a little
I
bit
didn't-
about.
Overdose.
Overdose is probably what-
Possible overdose.
Possible.
Redondo
suspected.
Beach.
What I
If you
read,
know
they
anything
said,
about China, call it in.
they said that she was fighting demons, and that normally means something not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or she
Yeah,
maybe
we
was
wouldn't.
really fighting fucking demons.
maybe.
Maybe she's
Like John Constantine? You
yeah.
think she's
that's
maybe
what I
that
was
type of
thinking.
a
Yeah,
character.
exactly.
Yeah, Blade.
Right.
Blade didn't fight demons, he fought vampires.
What's
Blade
the,
was a vampire.
He's a daywalker.
Daywalker.
What's that? What's that?
They both got pretty upset right there, didn't they?
Fucking daywalker.
There's so many different rules that each vampire has to.
Why are they don't have to pay taxes?
And what about like in
zombies.
movies? Yeah, zombies have different rules, and then time travel. Like there's always different rules for time travel. And every
sometimes you can
every
fuck shit
movie
up.
where you travel, you can sometimes see yourself, sometimes you can't.
yeah,
That's the best about Family Guy is they fuck with the time travel deal. They fuck with it so good.
Well, so did Back to the Future. They didn't exactly keep it real
there's,
straight.
there's no rules.
No.
Well, when it's like 15-minute scene, the Doc Brown in Back to the Future 2 has to explain what the fuck happened.
Right.
It's so confusing.
Right. You're like, wait, what?
Let's just move on. Let's
Yeah.
just not ever talk about it
Yeah,
again.
that's actually better. When they acknowledge that this is kind of all
They
fucked
just
up.
look at the
They
camera
know
and be
this
like-
timeline doesn't work. Yeah, we got it.
And then our man Prince. How old was Prince? 50.
7.
57, yeah.
It's the saddest
Prince
day
was
ever,
pretty
man.
good, man.
How'd he
Prince is
die?
incredible.
Prince is maybe in certain circles the most underrated out there.
Underrated. It's
I
hard
don't
to call
know if it was
Prince
that
underrated.
Well, I've heard
I
like
think
underrated for some things not everybody
Yes.
Yeah, I know,
understands that he does.
So he
like because
plays-
he wrote a lot of songs.
No, he wrote every single song.
Plays
He
the
played
guitar.
every single
Yeah.
instrument
Right.
on
Yeah.
almost every single track.
He's a guitar playing motherfucker.
Oh.
He plays keys like a mother.
Shreds.
Plays drums like a mother. His musical genius is beyond what pop culture can understand.
I mean, as
That's
far
why
as
we
a
listen
pop
to
artist,
other.
Wow.
Right?
I heard this morning that he's a good basketball player too. Did you ever hear that?
Doesn't look like it, but I'll take
Well,
your word for it.
there's that
Challenge
classic,
him.
Yeah,
classic
challenge
sketch.
him.
There's a Saturday Night Live
know if
skit,
I've
but it's
seen it.
based off of like him
No,
actually whooping
that's,
up on people
no,
in
it's,
basketball.
I didn't know that.
Chappelle show.
Chappelle Show.
Chappelle show. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based off a true story of him like whooping up on people. People have no idea that he could play.
I'm so glad to be here instead of listening, so I'm not yelling in my car at the bad references that you guys.
Yeah.
You're like, it's an SNL skit with Charles
We're always-
Murphy.
oh,
Like,
we're
no,
always-
it isn't.
We're always way off. It's just hearsay for us.
You don't think Prince is
Allegedly.
underrated?
No, I don't.
People like his music,
But
but
he's been famous forever.
I know, but fame doesn't mean credibility. So people listen to music in their car. You're driving. To
Oh my
fucking
God.
work. That's amazing. You're driving to
Breakfast
work. You
can't
turn on the
wait.
music and you like it because it's catchy. You don't like it because of the genius behind it. The average American.
One of
Yeah.
the
That's
favorite
probably
things
true.
I heard about Prince, and I haven't been able to verify it. But, supposedly, he did an interview, and they asked Prince what kind of music he listened to, and he said to me straight face, "I listen to my own music, and when I get tired of listening to my music, I make new music."
That's amazing.
Put another album.
Fucking great, right?
That's amazing.
It doesn't get any more meta than that. Right there.
That's
I
how
am
you get.
my own
That's how you
world.
get better, though. You know,
Yeah.
you listen to other people's stuff. Maybe you are overly influenced. You know,
Dude, and how good's the movie Purple Rain?
Yeah.
It's great. Apollonia.
his hair.
that
Even
video-
his fucking hair was great.
Yeah.
That
great hair.
motorcycle, and he's all sassy. Prince weighs like 105 pounds. He's a tiny little dude.
He's like 5'4", 5'5", something
Dude,
like
he's
that.
rocked
Is
that
he really?
pencil-thin
Yeah, he's
mustache
real short.
forever.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, there's a video
Assless
that's going
pants.
around
Committed to that
from the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2004, where he does the guitar solo on While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the story being that the day before when they were rehearsing it, Tom Petty was talking shit because he wasn't really putting much into it. He's like, does this guy even know the chord changes? Like, what the fuck?
Prince?
And Prince, and you can see in the video, like, he is like right up on Petty, just like wailing. It's like the best guitar solo that anyone's ever done to that song.
There's also there's a video from a couple years ago where he. We now owe Prince 15 grand.
Yeah, we just lost YouTube. There's no Prince on YouTube except for that song, and that's not even Prince.
Right.
Because he was like a demon about taking stuff off of everywhere.
There's a video from a few years ago where I guess Kim Kardashian ended up on stage at one of his concerts.
Right.
And he kicks her off the stage. He's like,
Yeah,
bitch,
that's-
get out of here.
Everyone's talking about that right now.
Like he literally kicked her off the
Yeah,
stage.
like,
That
Shorty's
would've
like,
been
"Bitch, get
my
outta
favorite
here."
thing.
You don't know what we're doing.
Give
Get
her
out
the
of here,
boot.
bitch.
He was wearing higher heels too, so
He's the best. He's a sassy man. You know that dude never chilled around his house like in sweats.
No chill.
No.
What's the deal with Conor McGregor? Is he like going to be retired
he's
forever?
not.
You think,
he's not
or
retired? They talk. I saw one of
they
the things this
already
morning.
talk him out of it already?
If that, I read a press statement, I guess from him, and if that was really from him, and that's
Yeah.
what it was about, that's awesome. I'm an even bigger Conor McGregor fan now.
Was it because it was one of his teammates or training mates died in a fight?
Well, that with this one, the last thing I read, he was talking about just being, getting tired of, that he wasn't able to train. That the whole deal was this big circus, and he toured and did all these press conferences for months and months and months, and just it wasn't about being a fighter anymore. It was about promoting. It was that's he felt like he was a professional promoter that occasionally got to fight.
I wonder how many fights
I guess
he even
was
has
kind
in
of
the
my
UFC.
take
Like
on
it
it.
seems like he's only fought like 5 or 6 times.
I was going to say
in the
that's like
UFC.
everybody. Like
well,
even
it
Bones
seems like
Jones
that,
in the
but like
scheme
if
of
you
things.
if you look through, there's a Conor McGregor documentary that came out, and it kind of follows his whole career, and he's fought a lot. For
I'm
quite
sure.
some time.
I'm sure.
But yeah, no, I think that's crazy. I mean, maybe they set their champions up to fail a little bit because you take them out of the environment when they were doing their best to get to the point to get to it. And
I
then
think
you
that's
start
a lot
saying,
of
hey,
sports,
we're
though.
going to travel for 300 days and
Yeah.
promote this next pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I
the only chance they have is to use the individual to promote.
Yeah.
But that's like levels in every sport, right? Like high school basketball, you're playing 15 games. College basketball, then you're playing 50. You have to
but
adjust.
you're not asked to travel during the week to go promote your basketball game instead of practice.
No, but to really make it, you got to go do this Verizon commercial. You got to go
Yeah,
do
but
this.
but
You got to
meanwhile,
end up
you're
on a
kinda-
monster can.
See, I understand what you're saying. I still don't feel like it's the same.
No, not for that level.
I don't think
Like
Connor
those
has
guys.
to do that.
Well, they think he does.
Well,
That was the issue.
Well,
Right.
and so does LeBron.
The people that are giving us paychecks.
Same with
saying,
LeBron.
No, it's not.
No.
Nike's not giving him $90 million for 10 years for nothing.
It's still not the same deal.
No, because he's wearing that shit on the court when he's
No,
competing.
you don't think it's in his contract to go to fly to Portland to shoot commercials?
Dude,
It
but
probably
Not
is,
on-
but
no,
not on that,
the
like,
same-
not, yeah, that they're
not
doing
the
for
same
those
way
dudes?
that the UFC guys.
I would have to say, the schedule of a professional basketball player or football, they do less games and stuff. So my goddamn phone.
Is that Stone Cold?
It's Stone Cold. The schedule has to be worse for them, in a way. Like with a fighter, they fight in the same gym pretty much all the time.
Yeah. Right.
Give or take, like they might travel a tiny bit for that, but they're basically located in the same spot. And then they're asked to like go around to a couple different places. They almost always fight in Vegas.
When do you?
So I
how
don't
many
see what
times
the
do you
problem
fight?
is with.
Well, I mean, but
3 times a year?
Let's think of Connor's
Right.
last 3 fights. He fought in Vegas, he fought in Dublin, and then
Right,
fought in Rio.
right.
So I mean, that's
It's
Yeah.
insane, but that's three fights in 360
I'm
days.
sure it's intense, but you're also only at the top of that sport for a very short period.
Yeah, I
of
bet.
time.
sure.
And in this one, he did. He gave credit to Diaz, and that's one thing he
Right,
talked about.
right.
So if I'm going to do this rematch, and I've got to go fight a guy that's a very good fighter.
Yeah.
Who's heavier, who's longer. I mean,
Right.
basically, he's a fucking handful.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to go out and do this,
Yeah.
but I've got to have my shit together. I've got to have
McGregor
I've got to have a good camp.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
I'm not
be
spending
going-
time on the road.
Right, I can't do that.
I'll make a little less money to fight and win.
Yeah.
They basically said, that he felt like everything that he had done, for the UFC in the last 6-8 months, whatever this time period was, and the money that he generated
Right.
and interest he generated, he felt like, maybe, gave him, bought himself some leeway.
I
to
just
say,
feel
"Hey,
that's
man."
like business, though. Like, would me and Mark be better powerlifters if we didn't do what we did? Yeah. I'd be much stronger if I didn't do what I did.
Yeah, we
like, I
gotta-
just got off the flight at midnight last night. I'm
Yeah.
podcasting with you guys. I got a squat tomorrow at noon, and I got another flight to LA. Like, that's my business, though. Like, do you want to
First world
work, or do you
problem.
just want to? Yeah. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, like, I could be a better powerlifter if I just sat in my garage
Sure.
and worked a 9 to 5.
No, but you get more out of reaching people, right?
Well, that's what I want to do, and maybe.
But the difference is your main paycheck doesn't come from your total.
Exactly.
And then you have to go do all this other shit.
his main paycheck comes from the promotion.
No way. His main paychecks comes from those fights.
Not
now.
if no one's not watching it.
Right. But
Well, Conor
Which is the
McGregor,
promotion.
But they are
marketable.
watching
He's
it.
marketable. People care because he wins. He's
Maybe.
got a loss now.
I don't know. There's a lot of guys that win that
he-
you don't even know their names.
But I mean,
That's true.
But he
Not at
loses,
his level.
He loses two
so.
or three more fights. Nobody fucking cares who he
Yeah,
is.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Conor
that-
McGregor,
that-
though-
that window for him.
But
is
Conor
very
McGregor is
small.
Conor McGregor, and Chris Weidman is Chris Weidman because Conor McGregor's attitude and how he promotes.
No doubt about
But
it, which is
but-
why he said, this is why I can do this now.
Right.
I'm going to sit.
Yeah.
one of the most fined athletes in the UFC is the guy that whooped his ass, is Nate Diaz.
Nate
And it's
Diaz.
because he
Yeah.
doesn't show up to press conferences.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
And Dana White couldn't be more frustrated with him, but he's like, I want to fucking win fights, motherfucker. I don't care
Right.
about showing up to no bullshit. You know?
And that guy drives a Lexus, and McGregor drives a Lamborghini. That's like your choices, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
I total 1,800
Right.
and fucking drive a whatever, or I'm gonna total 1,700 and drive a Ferrari.
Right.
That was
McGregor has a
Nice.
watch. It's worth more than my truck.
Right.
well.
My house.
I just feel like part of it is choice. It's
I
always
think
a
McGregor
choice.
also, goes around bragging about how much he's brought the UFC profit and stuff. So he's outwardly not only doing his job, like what he's contracted to do, he's doing above and beyond what anybody else has done for the company. And
What
I
did he
think
say,
maybe
400
that's what he's
400
but
million.
beyond
maybe that's
maybe
what's
Ronda.
hard for him. But he,
But all
Yeah.
of their longevity is nothing. That's why I feel like even Instagram or like
No,
going back to
shortened.
us is you have to do it. Like you have to do it because like what's Ronda been in the UFC?
yeah.
2-3 years?
Yeah.
And then she was on top for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then now no one's talking about her.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, until she gets the belt back,
Yeah.
or tries to, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And
Which,
who knows
which
if that
is
happens?
interesting, though,
Bones
for her
Jones,
to be
same
as
deal.
dominant as she was, and then Holly fed it to her.
Yeah. And then Holly got
beat by-
raped. Yeah.
Right.
got killed by Tate. Tate had that nip slip during that fight.
I didn't see that. Cornhub.com.
Yeah, is she the first UFC champion with fake tits?
Oh, I didn't even know that. You guys know all these
Oh,
facts.
that's
I
a-
need to keep
Oh,
up.
Misha
That
Tate's
is-
got some bombs.
Helps her
going
bench.
on. Yeah. She does. Hey, now.
Misha Taint.
What were I didn't really watch UFC much before I started hanging out with Mark. Like I was aware of it, but what was like Chuck Liddell's, for example, like career span, where he was like the
It
guy?
seemed like a
He was the
long
man.
time, but I never know because
So like him or like Randy Couture, like
Well, they were like
guys.
popular too, not
Well,
good,
they,
but
they
popular.
3
fought,
years? tops.
they fought in Japan a lot. No, at least a decade.
Really?
At least a decade of being dominant.
So the
and
total
being,
promotion was less because UFC wasn't as popular,
Right,
but they
right.
were the guy for 10 years.
UFC
Yeah, because they fought.
6 or 8 years, but like overall 10 or 12
Okay.
years of not just being good, but being dominant and being known as one of the
guy.
better fighters in the world.
yeah, kind of like the Kobe's and the LeBrons,
Right,
like
right.
the guy.
Because like
Connor's
UFC
what,
is
a year?
popular, but Pride was a huge deal for a long time,
Yeah,
too.
the Pride
It
stuff
was
was
a big
nuts.
deal.
It was like, what, 10-minute first rounds or
that's
something like that, which is
crazy.
It's just insane to me that Ronda was like, "Oh, she's the best ever," and
Well,
it was a year and a half, and then
Right.
McGregor's the best ever, and
Well,
it's like
the
2
problem
years.
is like it just was a perfect storm because both of those athletes were feeding it to people like first round
Anderson
big
Silva.
knockouts.
Well, and in style,
Right.
yeah, and in style, right? And then they both were doing it at the same time. So you had two like really undisputed champions.
yeah, with a little bit of swag.
Yeah.
Anderson Silva had like 17
he was a
or
machine.
15 title defenses.
Yeah,
in
But
one
then
day.
again, no
him
promotion.
Or look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
like Fedor. I mean, you
Yeah.
watch like those
Yeah.
guys. I remember watching them fight and like this. Like
Yeah.
how do you beat this guy?
And the biggest deal about Ronda Rousey was not that she was winning fights; it was the style at which she
And
won.
Exactly.
and she's a good-looking chick.
And she's hot. She won every fight very
Feel like that has
easily.
something to do with her.
Zero.
She won every fight very easily, and a lot of times with the same move.
Yeah.
It was like you know what's coming, but you can't fucking
can't
stop,
stop
it.
it,
you know?
right.
Right.
So, 98 was his first UFC fight, UFC 17, and his last was 115 in 2010.
And losses started piling up.
Yeah, they sure did.
Father Time's a motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
He used to just bomb on people, man. He used to load up with that right hand and just fucking kill people. He was amazing.
Well, that was like
he's
during
gotta
that
be-
era.
he's
was,
one of
like,
the best to
before-
watch.
You didn't have lifetime MMA guys,
Right.
Like going into that Chuck Liddell era. Like now, like
Yeah,
these
MMA,
guys have done this forever.
has become its own thing.
Yeah.
You train MMA. You know, before you guys, they were jiu-jitsu guys or they were
Right,
boxers
right.
or
They were
kickboxers or
they were
Muay Thai or
converting
whatever.
themselves.
You had dudes that just
Right.
went in there and slugged.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I can take
Can
a
you
bit
imagine
worse
getting in a
beating.
street fight with like Chuck Liddell and he kicks you upside your fucking head?
No.
Where was that fucking? There was a story.
Or
I
even
read
just
or
kicks
something
you like
that.
in your side first, just to show you how strong he is. You'd be like, "What the
Yeah,
fuck
or
was that?"
like take one of those thigh kicks.
just
like,
cry,
quit.
just crumble and cry, and be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't want to fight in
I'm
the
out.
first place.
Yeah. I made a mistake.
Don't kill me, don't kill me."
blow the whistle,
yeah. No, I wanted to fight, but not like that.
Yeah.
You know,
flag or something.
Right.
Give me something in here. Time out.
that's gotta be illegal.
To rewind a second, I don't think that car is Conor McGregor's. That's a press car.
Look up Conor
You don't
McGregor.
think he can afford a Lamborghini?
Whether or not he can, that is a press car.
That doesn't
maybe.
mean that's
Oh, yeah,
his
he
car.
can.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
maybe.
not his car.
They also
Look up
lease
Conor
stuff for like
McGregor,
2
see how many
months, or
fights he's had.
Lamborghini gives it to him
Make
for
a
a
note.
month.
Find
Right-
out- find
right
out-
off.
Find out how to
Leasing a
get,
car's a write-off.
I don't know
buddy.
how many
how to
Instagram.
get press Lamborghini
Yeah.
for super training.
I'll post it on my Instagram. Lamborghini, you down?
Yeah.
I need it for a week, dog.
Right.
I'll jump over it or some bullshit.
Nice. You couldn't jump a Lamborghini.
Did not spell his name right.
Dude, for the
No
first time
way.
ever in LA, I couldn't touch the
look like
rim
it's that
since
far
8th grade.
Huh? That can't be that far.
I
off.
definitely can't anymore.
I did it in
This is
Boston,
so
but I
far.
don't know about the
doesn't
rim
register.
height. Might have been 9.5.
Do you back to like middle school? Like I
Conor
touched the net.
McGregor.
Dude, that's what it felt like.
So you're too fat to jump now.
You're so fat, you jumped in the air and got stuck.
I thought your training was supposed to make you so explosive.
I'm
I don't think it
explosive.
works. I don't think it works.
I think it can translate to explosiveness.
I know how to have explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oof, I had a rough one.
The green apple splatters.
Dude, traveling fucks you up pretty bad.
Yeah. I get locked up more than I.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
It just fucks you
currently
up.
locked up.
Yeah.
I guess we should just segue right into a poop story.
This goes
Yeah,
right back to our
that's-
Metamucil
Ladies and
scholarship that
gentlemen,
never
poop
came
story sponsored by Hate Brand Goods, ladies and gentlemen.
through. Brought to you by
That's what-
Metamucil.
From now on, all poop stories on the podcast are
Poop
sponsored by
story.
All right, buy me that Lamborghini and we'll make that
Well,
happen.
yeah, we'll-
Nice. I'll get you a little one. We put it in the right picture frame. It
Dude,
looks
everything
like-
on here is little.
We'll
You know
have
what I'm
Smokey
saying?
send
That'd
you
be
bill.
sweet.
Yeah, so
Like a little one, like Matchbox, or like a little model one.
like an RC one. You RC?
If you
Radio
buy me a fan boat, I'll wear a hate on
It's
this
a
fucking...
fan boat Lamborghini. It's a Lamborghini of fan boats.
I'm down.
Yeah, so I had a rough one.
This is since
hey.
you've been on here?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, this was recent.
You're an
This was,
adult.
like,
You're
2
supposed to
months
make
ago.
better decisions.
No, it got me. So
Can I just start out by saying I'm sorry? I'm sorry this happened to you, Matt. You know, we've been friends for a long time. I just
You're really
throw that
brave
out
to come out
Yeah.
here and share your
Yeah.
story with us.
we're gonna hey.
R.I.P.
We're gonna bring-
butthole.
we're gonna
We'll get
bring-
through it.
We're gonna bring you some baby wipes.
Yeah, so
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
this was probably a month ago or something like that. We went to
I'm
New
getting
Orleans
choked up already.
for
April 12th, 2016,
was a day.
8 p.m.
I knew the thing with Prince was coming, and it just couldn't keep it inside.
You got a purple shit?
like some sort of industrial accident. You know, we've been accident
Trying to get
free
workers' comp for his asshole.
12,000 days.
PTSD, poop stress. So New Orleans, there's this thing, Hogs for a Cause, and so it's like a big pork barbecue cook-off, right?
I don't know where this is going.
I can
It's a
already
big
tell, yeah.
barbecue festival. So I go down, a buddy of mine and them are cooking. So I go and hang out their thing, and we're just eating pork like off the pit, like whole pig couchon de lait type thing.
What?
Like couchon de lait, it's like a whole pig.
I've never heard that.
It's the best. They basically bury it in a box.
That's a French ass
10
name.
What are
hours.
you looking at me for?
I don't know. You know what couchon de lait
Is
is.
this an Asian thing?
No.
Don't Asian people
It's
bury
a
their food and
Cajun
fucking
thing.
pick it back up and then
They're
eat
just
it?
cooking it in the ground.
Like kimchi and shit?
Yeah. No, that's fermenting
Oh,
cabbage and stuff, yeah.
You're not fermenting the pig?
No. You just barbecue it. for a
You
really
definitely
long time.
shit if
Underground.
you
It's
fermented
the
the pig.
best.
Yes.
It's like Satan's pig.
And so I'm basically hanging out, like drinking beer and eating pig fat for a couple hours. And
pig
then
fat.
that rotated to more drinks and then us at a crawfish boil. And so
In the
had a-
same day?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is it the
How
pig,
fat
the pig's
are
on
you?
one of those
So
things?
You've seen me.
So it's at some point, your guts went into like full on revolt.
Halfway on the drive home.
Oh,
no.
thunderstruck. We call it the thunder. The thunderstruck. Yeah, that's smelly.
Struck by lightning. Yeah.
Dude, I got
So about
I
the
got
time-
no
about the time
2-minute
you were-
warning.
About the time you were on the causeway, right? So
No, I got past the causeway into like Laplace.
All right,
You
I'm
said-
saying this because in Louisiana, between Baton
just
Rouge
bridge.
and New Orleans, there's this, the causeway.
With
It's
no
what,
exit.
12 miles or 8
Yeah,
miles
bridge.
or whatever the hell of bridge, and that's it.
You
right?
just shit over the side of the
Oh,
divider.
I would have. Dude, I could have shit flat-foot over a dump truck.
Yeah.
So
The sweat.
I'm in-
you start to sweat, sweaty
screen
palms.
door.
Oh, dude, I'm driving home and like
Like
I
more than you're
realize
sweating
I'm
now.
in trouble.
Are you
And-
alone?
and- yeah. My wife had her own car, so she had
Thank
left
God.
early. So, dude, I'm by
You'd
myself.
be divorced right
I
now.
realized like we're in a bind, and there's
Mm-hmm.
not a ton of gas stops or any of that. So I hook it off to the shoulder and kick on the hazard lights and hike it into the woods, and drop down and just splatter fight.
Ankles,
Just everywhere.
ankles safe,
Oh.
not safe. Yeah, I
Nothing's
know.
safe.
No, it's safe.
But luckily,
like you did like full on take the pants off.
the
to
luckiest
protect
thing
your pants?
ever. Luckiest thing ever was it had rained a shitload the day before the
Wait,
pig
rained
thing.
a what?
Phrasing.
Yeah, it had rained a lot the day before the pig thing, so I had like boots on, like rubber boots.
Oh, God.
So we're good to go there.
What about the
Rubber
mobility?
shit boots?
Dude, so I'm like
Those
safety
are shit
squat
kickers.
bars.
Oh, so you had something to hang on to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grab the fence.
That's
oh,
big.
nice. So
That's big.
You could really,
Yeah.
you could really
Push
sit,
back.
You could
Yeah.
really sit
Get the
back.
hammies
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
Was this is post knee surgery?
No, before.
Oh, safe.
Yeah, just before.
Yeah.
And so this disgusting mess has come out of me, and I think I got a bit in the pants on the
What's
hike
a
down
bit?
to the woods.
I-
A bit.
like
Enough
liquid-
that I wasn't wearing those underwear home.
Like liquid ounces? Did you throw them out?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What
they-
brand were
The
they?
pants or
You
the underwear?
slingshot them onto a branch or something?
Yeah, so it was one of those, dude. It was bad too, because like I finished and then used the old underwear. I'd cut them off
Yeah.
and then use those to wipe.
This is survival.
Yeah, you brought a knife
This
with
is
you?
Don't
survival.
carry a knife.
He was going out in the
I'm not a
woods to take
cholo,
his
all right?
pants down. Of
He's
course,
like,
he got
I
a knife.
skinned a bear and used the hair to wipe my ass.
Stuck in the woods, like just
Rabbits
off the
are
side of the interstate, and shit, cut my underwear off and wipe. And it was one of those weird ones. You know how sometimes
Did you vlog
wiping-
this? Did you
No.
vlog this?
Cut
You
your
know how-
underwear off
yeah.
to spite your face.
Yeah. You know how sometimes wiping will trigger your butthole to start pooping
Oh
more?
yeah, yeah.
Well, when you
That's
put your
what
finger
happened.
up it, buddy.
Dude, wiped, and I was like, oh, I'm good to go. And then I was like, oh, no. And fucking just, and now the underwear ruined. So now I'm out of the toilet paper I'd planned.
So what's next?
Sleeves of the shirt. Shirt sleeves are next, and then you got to go midriff.
Yep.
So, like, by the time I'm done, like, I look like I'm trying to play linebacker for, like, 1990s Miami Hurricanes. And about that time, behind my truck, cop car.
Oh no, he will come waddling
Just
out.
light. I'm like, oh, get out of here.
Save yourself.
Everything okay? It's like, yeah, man, almost shit my pants.
Something evil is
just-
running out of my
He's
body.
just laughing at me. Like, I walk out of the woods, half
Nice
shirt.
crop shirt, bro.
My bunghole has been violated.
Oh, he totally thinks that I was just like rest stop partying with a
No,
bunch
well,
of
that's
dudes.
exactly what I was gonna say. Because you walked out of the woods in a half shirt, some fat dude with a bare midriff. Yeah, shit myself. Right?
Cop just
Yeah.
looks at me. He's like, you know, it'd be nice, and you could kiss me. I'm not gay or anything. It just sometimes it'd be nice to get a kiss from a man.
South. I don't know if I want to visit you anymore.
That was.
No, they'd love you.
It's also like it's like 85 outside and humid.
Yeah,
you know,
swamp
Oh, my
ass.
God.
dusk.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just constant swamp ass.
Do you
that
worry
the-
about crocodiles when you're running through these
We don't have
forests?
crocodiles. We have alligators, but I wasn't running through a forest.
Was it the
what about-
crawfish that got you or the pig fat?
I think it was
Pig
definitely
fat
the
and beer
perfect
seems
storm.
bad.
The pig fat will do it to me
Definitely
every
the,
time.
the scene where Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney see the weather coming, and it just
Yeah.
Yeah.
all churned into one
Perfect storm.
a shit storm.
Perfect shit storm.
Yeah.
Hike
Rained a
up the
shitload.
jib because it's a shit storm's a brewing.
Were you in a hate brand good shirt?
Yeah,
Yeah, were you wearing it?
Of course he was.
4 brand good.
Yeah.
That's
That thing has been lost to society.
God damn.
That's disgusting.
Natural causes, though. You know,
Yeah.
it's a rough one.
That was no good.
I don't know where to go from here.
Thanks for hanging in there with us, people.
Yeah, everyone's gone. Everyone is gone by now.
Today's shit story was brought to you by Hate Brand Goods.
Yeah.
So you guys have
Invoice
some
them.
Highland Games shit going on. You're banged up with the knee.
Yeah.
And what do you got going on, buddy?
Man, we're throwing tomorrow over in Woodland. So
Cool.
YOLO
we'll give it a
County.
go. Yeah,
YOLO.
County Fairgrounds. We'll kick the season off.
Cool. I think it's pretty neat how you guys like go on tour. with
That's
this
the
stuff.
best.
Where do you guys end up going throughout the country?
Like I've got fewer games.
So it's here, and then my next one would normally be Victoria, Canada. But since I'm not going to that one with the knee, and then it's Costa Mesa, California, like at the end of May for Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
So it's every other week.
Fat Wesley Smith doing that one? I mean, Chad Wesley Smith?
Yeah, he's going down. First game
Yeah.
as a pro, just stepping into the bigs.
Jumping in
you
there.
just choose?
I told him, I'll get you in. Just get in.
Oh.
He's
Can you
pretty-
get
he's
me
big
in?
enough.
You want to compete as a pro?
Sure.
yeah.
Oh,
I want to be a pro at
easy-
Mess up
something.
your amateur status though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
So, have you met Treston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually doing it.
In Costa Mesa?
No,
this weekend.
tomorrow.
He's doing the one out here.
Oh, right on.
He can share cigarettes with our buddy Spencer.
I actually made
Treston's very explosive.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
And then
And
he has
mobile.
anal leakage.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of anal
And
leakage.
he brought that up like it was no big deal. It's like, you guys know how your ass leaks, right?
I don't, honestly.
No,
I've never
sir.
squatted 1,000 pounds.
We
No,
wanted
I
to
don't.
know more, but we didn't want
No,
to.
you don't want to know any more about
no.
that. And then so what? Costa Mesa, and then Chicago, early June.
Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Kanye
Chicago,
coming?
He should
Hang
be
out?
there.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Cool.
he's playing the halftime show.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Halftime of the Highlands
Yeah,
Games.
it's nice.
Yeah.
He does a bagpipe thing. He wears a kilt again.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
He's got quite a
And
following
then-
in the
Yeah.
Highland Games crowd. They
Yeah.
love Kanye.
I'll go to
Seems
Alaska.
like they mesh well.
Yeah, Alaska. Where do you
Alaska?
go after?
After
Kind of
Chicago?
cold
Yeah.
up there.
After Chicago, I go to Portland in July.
Yeah.
Then probably Enumclaw after
Yeah,
that.
Washington?
Yeah, outside of Seattle and Washington.
That sounded
And
like
then,
something to do with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'll go
one
to
of those
Alaska
great
in June.
You guys
Seattle
have
names.
traveled. You guys have traveled overseas and stuff and done this too.
Yeah.
I don't travel. I don't really do much of that anymore. I mean, I'll go to Canada is the only
Right.
one I'll do outside the U.S.
And you did some pro strongman as well, right?
Yeah, a long time ago, man.
How was
I got to
that?
do It was awesome. It was awesome.
How
Got
long?
the-
How long did you do it for?
I think I did my first pro contest in 2009.
It seems
Yeah.
competitive as fuck,
In
and like
2009, I
everyone's
think
just an
yeah.
absolute mutant. At that
They
time,
are now.
Yeah, at that time, were the guys as big or
No.
not as many mutants?
No. It was. I mean, kind of the with the older guard.
Right.
Like Ortmeyer and Derek Poundstone and guys like
right.
that were competing when.
So
when
Drunas
I
was probably
doing it.
still around.
Yeah,
right?
actually,
He's
I
been
got
around.
to compete with one of my finer moments. I beat
Yeah.
Sedrunas in one event.
Oh, awesome.
In a
What'd you
show
beat him in?
In Australia, a truck pull.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
you, Sojourner.
Right.
Yeah, what does he know?
By like an inch.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
count it.
Yeah,
Count
what
it.
a
Every inch counts, I was
Exactly.
told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what a beast that guy's been for like
Forever.
you know
Yeah,
what
you go and
over
look at his-
over a
yeah,
decade
yeah.
easy, right?
Well over a decade.
Yeah, he's been crushing.
There's
it.
a lot-
Competes 20 times a year or something like that in strongman.
I'm amazed that he has stayed healthy for as long as
Yeah,
he has.
he's
with
still
his
pressing
training,
over 500
his
over his
training
head.
regimen and his competition schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
who it was.
incredible.
Someone tweeted that if Zadrunas went powerlifting, that he'd be just as dominant.
Probably so.
Dude, you never know.
Right.
I mean, the dude pulls 9.
He's
done that.
and I think
Yeah.
that he squats around 9, and I've heard that he can bench really well too.
I would think he's really
Those
thick
are
and
the three
crazy
lifts
strong.
that-
Yeah,
Well,
he'll be
I mean,
just fine.
the thing with that guy, he's a bit prone to exaggerate. So
Yeah,
you
sure.
talk to him about his training or gym list. He's like, I don't squat over 400 kilos anymore. So I just do sets of 8. And, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
But something Zadruna is talking about, like surviving a career that long. If you've looked at him from like when he was first on World's Strongest Man, like that guy has just consistently gained size though and
Right.
weight. I mean, he's 365 or 370 now. He's not very tall.
He's about your height.
He's 6'1".
And what are you?
He's a little taller than me.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah, not much.
He's very wide though.
boy.
Massive. Yeah,
He's
a giant
big
man.
boy. Yeah.
You guys been doing this stuff for a long time though. When did you start, Andy?
Strongman or
Just lifting. period.
lifting? Man, like seriously lifting. Probably, I guess when I started high school, for football. So
Right.
we've probably been seriously lifting for almost 25 years now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then you played football, played some Division I football, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you play football at?
Texas A&M.
God damn.
Was that Johnny?
No, a little bit before that.
Who are some of the players that were there when you were there? Would it be anybody we'd recognize, perhaps, or even played against, or whatever?
We had, hell, our punter was our backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Our punter there is actually still playing. He's,
really?
Shane Leckler. He's with,
Yeah,
the Texans.
yeah, of course.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, another guy.
Wow, he's still fucking playing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah. Arguably the best punter to ever play the game.
Yeah.
A couple of defensive linemen. Rocky Bernard retired a couple years ago after, I think, 8-9 year career.
Yeah.
Ty Warren, another defensive lineman, played
Right.
for the Patriots for a while, and had several guys like that had really
cool.
long careers. Yeah.
Awesome. And then you played a little bit in the NFL.
Yeah, I spent a season in Detroit and a season in Miami after that, mostly on the practice squad in both of those places. But it was a cool experience.
You ever get a chance to visit him, Matt, when he was in training camp or anything like that?
I went up to Detroit. I never went to Miami. I think just was like I'd gotten to high school basically about that time, so football and all that had kind of taken over. But prior to that, I went up to Detroit and got to go train.
Yeah, during the off season.
In the off season, the weight room at the Lions place.
sick.
It was cool.
That must have been pretty cool. Like in your hometown, was that like a deal?
Yeah.
It was like that was a thing, right? Like that he went and played fucking
I mean,
Division I football and went on to play
Pro football. For
that,
sure.
that had to be a big deal, right? That was got to be pretty cool.
No, it was always really, really cool.
Yeah. And then what ended your career? Did you get hurt, or just the writing was on the wall that you just couldn't do it any longer? Or
The writing was on the wall, and I had all the football I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So between that and really looking at going into my third season, that I probably wasn't going to make the team,
right?
And I just, I didn't have it in me to go through another training camp.
Right.
I'd had enough.
Right.
And,
Time to move on. Yeah. Yeah.
Or then all of a sudden pack all your shit and move again.
Yeah. Right. And I definitely didn't want to do that.
Well, and if you probably would have tried to force yourself to go through, you probably got hurt.
Yeah.
You hear that all the time. People
you're
end
not
up with
into
these
it.
kind of career-ending injuries. Want to pause for a minute and do the read there, Mike?
Quick word from our sponsors.
Oh, my God.
Huge shout out to our sponsor, bodybuilding.com, leading website in fitness and nutrition. Since the young days of Silent Mike, I've been placing orders on bodybuilding.com for about a decade, maybe 8-10 years. Every year they get better, bigger, better. Their prices are the best, and their selection is above and beyond any other supplement store. If you guys aren't sure what supplements you need, just take a look at bodybuilding.com's top 50 supplement list. They showcase their best sellers to help you out with your fitness goals. For you guys that want to get jacked power lifters out there, make sure you check out bodybuilding.com's platinum line of protein, aminos, and pre-workout. In addition to bodybuilding.com's store, they offer tons of nutritional and fitness-related information for free. Workouts for specific body parts, training ideas, meal plans, and meal prep. Go to bodybuilding.com today. Browse their wide selection of products and information to help you get those gains, my people.
Today.
Tonight.
All right. And
We dine in hell?
And we're back. Right?
Back attack.
We're back in action. We're back in black.
Before the sponsor thing, you can always just say, just skip forward 20 seconds, guys. It's the worst. It's like
That's
Rogan's
the
podcast.
worst. That's not very.
Like 10 minutes at the first of every episode.
I still can't hear anybody say fitness without thinking about the fitness meme.
Fitness
It's
dick in
such
your
a
mouth.
Fucking child.
It works every time. It's one of those things.
Fitness. God.
That was actually a question that somebody posted. How do I get into the fitness industry? Well, that's the answer. Fitness dick in your mouth. Yeah.
What is the fitness industry, and why do you want to go there?
You're good at it. You should just run class. You should start doing seminars on how
On fitnessing?
to overshoot your fitness levels with your social media game.
I'm the ugliest,
what I'm
least
saying.
strong fitness man with the biggest following.
Oh, yeah.
You missed fattest.
Yeah. Yeah. Fitness man in your
Fitness
mouth?
man. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, now.
Just hold it there.
Catch it on.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Be a good move for you.
I'll move
Just
for
holding
you.
it there.
Nice. Just hold it there until the swelling goes
Who's
off.
Who's the front runner for this weekend with the Highland Games?
Probably heavy set over
the guy
there.
over there in
The fat
corner.
guy that smokes. You guys keep making fun of.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the guy over there.
You should show him some
Smoking
goddamn
cigarettes.
respect.
All right, so
I'm not
you-
going to do that.
you guys can get off the mics if he wants to come on over for a real interview.
No,
Matt
really
shows
Talk
me-
to champions.
Matt shows me a video and he's like, "Look how fat he is," and I was like, "How much weight is that?" He's like 705. He just ripped up a 705 deadlift like it was nothing.
beltless.
Yeah.
Freak.
Not even giving a fuck, just ripping it up like it's no
At like
ain't
4
no
a.m. in his garage.
ain't no thing.
Cigarette hanging out of the corner of his mouth.
Still holding.
But we're not going to say his name.
No.
Okay.
No. Or his
Man who shall
Instagram.
not be named.
Nope. We will not mention it.
Well, everybody's going to know his name when he wins the Highland Games World Championship.
Yeah. His Instagram
He's not
is,
invited to the World Championship, so it doesn't matter.
his Instagram is at Silent Mike with 2 Ks. If you guys want to follow.
Those invitations went out 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did. I was really good in 14, so I got an invite to the 2016 World
You're
Championship.
just going to keep talking about,
When's Highlands Games going to the Olympics?
Never. We're not a real sport.
Never.
It's more of a sport in powerlifting.
It's not going to the Olympics
That's
either.
not saying-
No, it's saying nothing, but I'm just saying.
It got a little bit
saying
closer. The
Highland Games, powerlifting.
Powerlifting, the organization that the IPF belongs to, was recognized by the IOC.
So what, they waved at him?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Hey!
It's
Like the picture and then moved.
You're a bunch of athletes, right?
Jazz.
Yeah, you get cool stuff. We're gonna get out of here.
Well, the social media reaction was like super explosive. It was like, "Oh, it's going to be in China in 2020." It's like, no, it's
not going to.
No, really though. You don't think Highland Games has a chance?
No.
I think it's pretty legitimate. Like rules seem legitimate.
No.
Federation seems legitimate.
It seems
Federation.
old
Drug
as
tested.
fuck.
Federation.
Well, I just know
Well, there's one
you guys-
organization,
Yeah,
right?
organization, whatever it
No.
is. One guy,
Nope.
3 guys.
Nope.
Well, how do you get here?
So each event is its own thing. We are paid as a contracted
Right.
entertainer.
Oh, so you're not an athlete. This is like the WWE.
Oh, fake.
So those, those totem poles
Been
are
down that
hollow.
road before.
They're hollow.
So
Fake
how do I get
plates.
into it? Do I just gotta like paint my face blue or
I think
something?
you could be
Yes,
the gold
that's
dust
exactly
of
what
Highland
you should
Games.
do.
I'll fucking make a show out there.
Shouldn't it be easier if it's fake?
No, that's the trick. That's where all the acting comes in. Is you got to make it look hard.
Okay.
You don't
So
take a bump like that
so
unless
you
you're going to
guys-
really
You
benefit
guys
from it.
sell it really well. Make
Like
it look
when Jake
impossible.
ate shit at in Portland last year, Mark calls me because after Jake pulls that handle and dies, he's like, "You don't take a bump like that for no reason."
It's true. That's true.
No,
You guys
no
sell
way.
the fuck out of that shit.
I didn't know it was fake.
It is.
That does change my mind a little bit.
Yeah. It's the easiest part about it. That's why we don't really
Yeah.
train.
Oh.
See, that would make it more ridiculous if it was going to be fake.
I'm looking for way more explosives.
Like stuff should be on fire.
Yeah, that log should be on fire when you
Yeah.
throw it. Or like a fucking
Like if
barbed
the
wire
top-
wrapped around it, like mankind.
Like if the top was shooting off sparklers like a bottle
like a
at the
giant
club.
Roman candle.
Spinning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like maybe the bagpipe guys come out and everybody clotheslines the fuck out of them and then throws them for height.
Maybe the
Oh, that would be
bagpipe
the
guy
best.
is
I
a
would
chick
be
in a
okay with
bikini.
that. I would
Yeah.
actually
Oh, yeah.
really enjoy clotheslining a piper.
That'll get us in the Olympics.
Chicks can't play instruments, let's be honest.
The 12 o'clock.
It's women,
Fake.
am I
It's
right?
Fake.
Yeah.
12 o'clock
yeah.
caber turn gives you fireworks and,
Yeah.
and naked girls.
Yeah,
running across
pyrotechnics
the-
and strippers.
Yeah, it should. There's some things they could do definitely to spike the interest in the games. But
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
anything.
you know, every festival just kind of does their own thing, and so they kind of invite the people that came last year. And
But the thing is, they don't. I mean, they're all so big. They're huge.
Festivals
they're
are very big,
super
yes.
well attended.
they're not attending the Highland Games.
Right.
Yeah,
You
they're
guys get
attending
some
the
good
every
viewership.
other part
Well,
of it.
for sure we do. I mean, at some point, people are going to eat and find somewhere to sit. And
Yeah.
they usually watch us.
Right, right.
Sit in the sun and bake and drink beer.
Is there
Yeah.
anywhere that you guys went to where they are specifically there for that?
Oh yeah, the Celtic Classic up in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
That one's really built around the games.
Yeah, we're the main show.
That's
and, I
cool.
mean, they put
People are excited. People,
Dude, they put
people are-
200,000 people into the festival that
Oh,
weekend.
that's awesome.
It's packed. Like the field's smaller that we compete on there is really small, so it's like half a football field.
Does everybody get
probably.
excited to compete because you got
Yeah,
like
oh
some,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
fun.
an audience?
That
that's-
one's a really good game.
The one we do in Victoria is pretty
Oh,
awesome
yeah.
as well. It's a bigger field, but they do it on the long weekend before Victoria Day, so it's a big
right.
3-day weekend, and everybody comes out. And I mean, when we get to the Caber, which is the
Yeah.
iconic event, the most popular one that we
Yeah.
do, I mean, there'll be people. I mean, probably five
or six deep all the way around
yeah,
this
there's
field.
a hill that
Oh, that's
overlooks it.
cool.
They're packed on the hill. The beer tent is
people
is
reacting
packed
to
in
what you're
slam
doing,
full.
kind of thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
set it up
it's
the beer
rad.
tents on the field. So
Yeah.
Oh,
good
nice.
drunk crowd in the beer tent.
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere.
How
That
does sport come to be? Like what was it? What's it for? Or how did it
history?
happen?
So in Scotland,
Because
I guess it was
history.
like a challenge between clans. I'm sure this all
William
started
Wallace is involved.
between two drunk guys saying, "I
Yeah,
can throw this further than
exactly.
you."
Yeah.
And it's
And
That's
and
kind of
it's
great.
cool. Yeah,
That's
right.
kind of great.
And it's just kind of gone from there. It started with farm implements of a sledgehammer for the hammer, and then it
Sounds
was,
to me like somebody lost a bunch of times with something normal. Like, hey, I can throw this rock further than you, and the guy lost, and he's like, well, can you take this pitchfork and like throw this hay over top of this weird thing? Can you do that?
try that.
And then he got his ass kicked in that, and then he's like, can you do this?
I've heard some of it was when Scotland was occupied by England, that the English forbade the Scots from having actual weapons. So this was one of the ways.
like train.
Way cooler.
That is cooler.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
gonna stick
know
with
if that's
that.
true or not.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that's a way better.
Somebody out there has already corrected me on.
Oh yeah, you know, people are furious right now.
Someone was alive then that's listening, so they're going
I
to tell
just
us.
do the sport.
Yeah.
I'm not a historial.
I'm not a Histora either.
I'm not a hysterectomy.
Although you could be. Hey now.
It's true.
Oh my God.
Wrecked him.
Damn near killed him. Barely knew him. Yeah.
All right. What the fuck's going on with this?
Mobility sleeve.
What's going on with this mobility sleeve?
It's kettlebell condom.
Kettlebell.
I've had my own kettlebells shit themselves in my gym, so this is going to kind of clear that up. It's like
It
a
will.
diaper.
Yeah,
diaper.
it'll hold it in. Same issue with me in the truck.
So we got some buttons on this guy,
Pleasure
right?
bumps.
Little pleasure bumps.
Yep.
So what do you
Ribbed for her
do with this
pleasure?
thing? You just you put you put this guy on there, right? It stretches.
Yep. Slide it over a kettlebell. It fits anywhere from like a 30. I use a 53. Should fit a 70 pound
Right.
if you're nasty.
Oh, if you really open her up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get her
Really
excited
open
to
her
begin
up,
with. Yeah.
And kind of the idea of me being a bigger guy and trying to foam roll or do any of that, I
are
just
pretty
couldn't
big.
spend enough time on a lacrosse ball or on a foam roller to really dig into anything.
Right.
Because while
Need
I'm
more
laying
weight.
on it, I'm engaged too, and so it's never really getting into it. Whereas this, and using gravity to let its weight just sit, I
Right.
can just sit, whether I'm in
Right.
front of the TV or sitting down or in before right post training, it'll actually sink and the muscle will finally release. And
you
so the knobs help kind of pinpoint some trigger points instead of just the big wide pressure that the bell would give you.
So with release,
Yes.
you should probably be putting that you buried your lead. I think that release is probably where you should start. With.
Well, it's a happy ending to the.
There you
Wait,
go.
we start with a happy ending?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Yeah.
when you're
Wow.
talking
And
about
finish.
it, yeah, absolutely. So you're writing sales copy. It's got to be about the ending.
Stress
Yeah.
relief.
So
Yeah.
confused.
Actually, I used it the last time you were in town here, and I put it on my IT band and just let it eventually just slide along, and it does. It's amazing. It's like the weight just kind of lets it pull.
Yeah, eventually,
along here.
gravity will win.
Yes,
Your
gravity
muscle
wins.
will eventually kind
I
of
didn't-
fatigue and give up, and it for a bigger guy, and not only that, because it's it's small, this fits in your bag. Whereas
yeah.
Some of the other good mobility tools like the X-Wife or any of that, you can't travel with that.
Right.
Whereas
Yeah, it's a
every
good
gym
tool, but
has a
it's different,
kettlebell,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
and so it's already there. You only have to bring this.
Yeah, and people a lot of times are kind of using the edges and they're trying
Yeah.
to create something similar, but you made something that goes around it, maybe makes it more convenient, right?
Exactly. That's kind of the plan.
What do we got going on with the clothes?
Hey, Brand Goods.
You've been
It's
having this stuff going on for how long now? A year and a half?
October 14.
Oh my God.
That was we did the first shirt, and it's just kind of continually kept growing. It's been a
People
lot of fun.
Hate it so much they're buying it?
That's it. They usually buy it and then send me video of them burning it. It's the weirdest.
Oh, that is weird. But hey, that's
Right.
Hey, they paid for it. That's what I say,
Yeah,
right?
no, you want to.
They need to buy more to burn more.
They have to. They use it
I
as a
saw
fuel.
the hat that Mike's wearing on the fucking Today Show with
yeah,
Starrett.
yeah, he's wearing the camo one. Yeah,
flying the
was one
Millennium
of the best
Falcon. and
videos.
flying the drone.
Pretty amazing.
Rip his kid's
He's not
tooth
even
out.
trying to go viral and just accidentally does awesome stuff.
That's pretty good.
House so big, you fly your drone in it.
It's because he's handsome.
I'm sorry, second house so big, you fly your drone in it.
It's because he's handsome, SOB, and he's
so
smart.
handsome. He's smart. And he's funny.
Yeah, what are you going to
I
do?
love him.
You got a drone?
I did. I bought one.
Like
Fat owl drone?
Like R2D2 or
Yeah, it just follows me and daily confirmation just tells me I'm doing great. I'm gonna start flying this stupid fucker around.
is it shaped like an owl?
Yeah, putting wings on it like a kite. It doesn't fly good anymore, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, you crashed it already?
I did. I crashed a borrowed one.
You were showing it to me, and it was like flying over people's houses and shit. I'm like, how is this legal? I
It
don't
shouldn't be.
understand.
Well, you have to register them now.
I
yeah?
did. I've
Because
registered with the FAA.
I don't know what that is, but I just know.
Like flight.
Oh, really?
Federal
Aviation.
Aviation.
I just know they were like
Aviation
dropping on people's domes
like
and
$5.
stuff. They're fucking people up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the rules, like in Louisiana, are the rules from what I understand. Is you can't fly it within 5 miles of an airport, and you can't fly it over like crowds of people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's totally unrestricted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you're not supposed to go over 400 feet.
High.
Yeah.
How far is like the connection? How like far away?
I
distance-wise
know
can you
the
go?
one I've got will go like over 3 miles from.
Really?
What? How do you even control it?
It's got a
A
big
screen,
iPad
but
screen.
still.
Yeah.
But
And
still.
so like if
real-time
you just
video,
let
son.
go, if you just like let go of the sticks, right? It'll just stop and hover. And then if it ever loses connection, it'll
comes
fly
back
back
to- yeah.
via GPS to where it started.
Don't believe it.
Yeah.
Dude, it just flies straight back to
It'll
you.
fly back to you.
And just boop.
That's crazy.
What if it runs out of battery and it just
That's
falls
a
on
problem.
its own face?
So like if it hits 10% battery life, it's going to start landing wherever it is.
We're getting closer to fucking Skynet being fully realized, like Terminator
wait,
2.
dude. Then I can fix this knee with more mechanical parts.
Yeah, I just watched the newest RoboCop on my flight.
How was that?
I mean,
It's got to be
Like
bad.
The remake?
the
of the
remake.
Robot?
Yeah. I mean, it is what you think it was.
Man, that poor guy, the guy from The Killing, who played RoboCop.
I don't know. He was fine.
Yeah,
It
but
was
like
fine.
he did that, and then he did the Judge Dredd movies.
Yeah,
He had
yeah,
two
yeah,
real
yeah.
stinkers.
Yeah, it was all that mess.
Yeah.
But the concept's cool. If you get blown up, you get
Right?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
No, it's awesome.
I don't know. The original RoboCop wasn't that great.
Yeah, I never
You're
saw
It
it.
was good as no, it was good as a kid. It was good as a kid, but it's a bad movie.
Not true.
It's a bad movie.
Dude, so much shit gets blown up in like
It
the
was in
first 10 minutes of it.
1987.
Then he shoots bad guys in the dick with his robot leg gun.
But
I have a buddy who has the RoboCop gun tattooed on his leg.
Oh my god.
It's the coolest tattoo I've ever
That's
seen.
amazing.
but it's a Christ story. Doesn't everybody know that?
Christ the Redeemer is a robot?
No, RoboCop, the original RoboCop, is the story of Jesus.
Well, so's the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jesus.
Matrix was good. You know,
Thanks, bud.
You know our boy Gary V. You watch
could get
Gary
behind
V.
Robot Jesus.
You don't know Gary V.
I know who he is. I don't.
Really?
I haven't got into it. I'm afraid he's going to be like a Tim Pharisee.
I like Gary V.
Yeah?
He's good.
All right, I'll check.
He's happy.
Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy? Yeah, the
Is he the social media guy?
Yeah.
Crush It.
Yeah.
The
Gary's
wine
good.
guy. Wine.
Oh, he's amazing.
But he was
Fucking
like
amazing.
I spent like half an hour
This guy?
talking about
That's him. Joel Kingham.
fuck that guy.
No.
Gary V
Kingham.
spent about half an hour talking about what's happening in the next 10 years, and he's like, I may be wrong, but this will probably happen, blah blah blah. But basically, he described the Matrix.
He was
Nice.
way ahead when he put out that book Crush It. He was talking
Yeah.
about how he thought that people were going to be giving you the news rather than the news giving you the
Yeah,
news.
yeah, of
and
course.
that's
Social media.
exactly what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah, but just talking about like why would you go to a seminar when they already have these 3D or 360 cameras, 3D fucking goggles that you plug
You
your
can do it
phone
at home.
into? Why would you go to these seminars? Why would they go listen to the five of us speak when they can go to iTunes? It's already basically happening.
Right.
It's just to the extent that it happens, and the technology keeps up to make us
But
feel
is,
like we're
is
there.
he saying that's a negative, or is he just saying
He's
it
just
is?
saying it is.
Okay.
No, he doesn't really.
No, I think it's great. I
He's a
think it's-
businessman. He doesn't
yeah.
give his opinion.
Yeah.
He just says what's next and how you keep up.
Typical.
Anybody
No, I think
who's
it's good.
interested in business-like stuff should read
Yeah.
read the book Crush
Actually, let's
It,
get
or
a-
listen to the audio.
We're gonna
listen.
get Gary V on here. I'm gonna work on it.
He's fucking awesome.
He knows Mike Rashid.
Business.
Mike Rashid did a bunch of videos, so
He,
we'll get a Mike.
Everybody we know knows him.
Mike.
He's in New York, right?
He's everywhere. I don't
He's
know if he
everywhere.
lives
I think he's
anywhere.
from New
He's
York.
from New York, though. Yes. He like his basic story is his dad had a wine shop, just like a or liquor store, just regular liquor store, and he got into this internet stuff in the 90s. Probably as a college kid or whatever.
He got in like Twitter way early.
all of it. No, all of it way early. He was selling
Yeah.
on fucking.
Yeah.
He was like one of the first like search optimization. Like he bought all this stuff
Right.
before it was even cool to do.
And he's like one of 800 dudes, except he's the guy that bought the right companies.
So he did do that for sure, but that's after all this. He got into Facebook and Twitter. He bought into it. But before that, he brought this little liquor store to an online business. He was like one of the first online businesses.
Wine
Oh, nice.
TV.
Right. So he brought this New York wine liquor store that did $3 million a year.
Dude, and that's
not
so
bad
easy to
because
do
New York's
now,
expensive.
but what a
Right.
pain in the
If
ass.
you-
that
if
But he
you,
brought it to 90 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not a
it's
joke.
Crazy.
If you listen to the audiobook, he does the narrative for it, and it's fucking amazing. It's really
Awesome.
good. He's
Okay.
Yeah, he speaks
fucking
well.
talented.
So many people we know have actually done stuff with him. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
he can't
that
be
we'll
hard
get
to
to
reach.
him.
No,
Yeah.
I'll get him right now.
Right now.
Hey, Gary.
Gary.
Gary, where are you?
I know a stronger
You
Gary
inspire-
Frank could teach him
you
a lesson in
inspired
social
us
media.
and stuff.
Gary, you want to come hang out?
He doesn't lift.
He doesn't even
That
lift,
might
bro.
be true.
That's probably true.
He's done a set aside laterals in his day. We'll
He'll do
cut him some slack.
He'll do kettlebell swings and push-ups every morning.
Yeah.
That's who he does. That's what he does.
He does 200.
You know who
Yeah.
who does lift? Zack Snyder, who just directed the Batman vs Superman.
He swole shit.
All right,
He's-
Zach, if you want to
he's
come on the
pretty
show, I
jacked.
invite you as well.
Open invitation.
Yeah.
I saw him wearing a Jim
Superman and
Jones
Batman.
t-shirt.
Do you watch
have
it?
the same? The mom has the same name, and then they became bros and started.
Spoiler
working on
alert.
together. It's the worst. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Did you watch it?
I saw it. It was terrible.
Matt,
No, I didn't bother.
I didn't. I'll watch it on DVD.
Like your mom has the same name my mom does. Let's hang out instead of killing each other. That's
Like,
awesome.
If you're a fan of Batman
I was
or
like,
anything, just watch
what?
the animated.
Fucking kill each other,
the
you
90s?
fucking pieces of shit.
No, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
No,
that's
ki-
actually
the
Killing-
90s,
awesome, but,
Spider-Man and Batman were the best.
Like on
and
HBO's
X-Men.
got
there's like
the
2,
animated Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's so good.
Is it a little darker?
Yeah, the dark
Oh,
one.
it's super dark. Yeah.
Killing Joke, the animated
Yeah,
version
that
of Killing
one's
Joke's coming
getting
out
started.
rated R.
Yeah, I
gonna be
saw
awesome.
that. It did get an R rating.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty freaking cool.
Cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What does it mean? There's a dick in it? How's
No,
a cartoon get
it's
R-rated?
violent.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really
The book-
violent.
the book is
Batman
pretty
gets
violent.
real dark.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so
I heard
confused.
that
Which I was
cartoons
kinda
used to
bummed
be
about
for
'cause
adults, right?
Yeah.
I bought
back
my
in the Disney?
son the
Yeah.
book. So that's, he had read that because that
They
was like one of
somehow
the first,
became for
graphic
kids, but I
novels
don't
that
know
I
how.
ever read.
Right, right.
I got that for him, but yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they adapt it.
Did you voiceover for it?
He
They
could.
didn't ask me.
Should have. We'll get that right now. If you
You
guys
work
need a
on that for
fucking
me?
voiceover, yeah.
Call
Put
in.
it on your list.
Gary, we need a voiceover. Shoot us a promo right now if you're Batman. Give us like 3 lines if you were Batman.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Just say anything. Yeah, right now. Right now. Here's your tryout.
Anything?
Yeah, but
This
like
is it?
Batman. Like Batman, though.
What's a Batman line?
Say,
You know how
say
Batman talks.
you're going to fight the owl.
Like with a weird
The
list?
fat owl?
Yeah, if you were
Yeah.
Batman, how would you speak? And you're going to fight the fat owl.
Uh-oh. Put him on the
I
spot.
know,
That was a
right?
good one.
Yeah,
That was already
I
good.
like
That's good.
That's a start.
I'm Batman.
I've got to fight the owl.
That's it. That's it. You'll never get me. If there was the penguin, why can't there be the owl?
You'll never get me. I got to print more shirts.
I wipe my ass with all of them.
Danny DeVito is the sweetest penguin of all time.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's been awesome forever.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Really strange to think though that like his 2 giant career like syndicated TV shows are about being in a bar.
That's true, huh?
Cheers and Always Sunny.
that
He's
life.
the same dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Danny DeVito wasn't on Cheers.
Yeah,
His
he was,
wife
right?
was. His
He
ex-wife
totally
was.
showed up.
No.
Never.
No, he was on Taxi, dude.
Oh.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah.
But he never showed up in Cheers?
No.
Come on.
Never there.
I don't think so.
Sorry. No way. Oh,
Way.
well, fucking
Might have
whatever.
been some special episode that never aired
Yeah, I saw it.
that you knew about.
Yeah.
He was married to Rhea Perlman.
Right.
Perlman
Yeah,
at the time.
I knew that.
They divorced though.
Yeah.
I love how he got onto Always Sunny.
He's great.
Yeah, he saw the first season and said, "I want to be on this show," and they said, "Okay."
Yeah, Frank's character is
write you
amazing.
right in.
That show's been fantastic for 10 years now.
Yeah.
We got some questions to get to. I almost forgot about
Uh-oh.
it.
Yes.
Let's get to a few.
Hope
of
they're
them
all
at least.
mobility sleeve
No, I'm sure they are.
Your hope their mobility sleeve.
related.
Oh, okay.
It's all manufacturing stuff. Like, where did you
Yeah, right.
source that material? It looks great.
How
Next
much,
question.
how
Make a
much
great
could
bra.
a curler curl if a curler curled in a curl rack instead of a squat rack?
Oh,
this is a
Are
really
we talking about
important.
this like a hair question?
So you're in
Is this
a
like,
you're in a squat rack instead of a curl
like
rack.
an ice? Like what do they
You're-
slide the stones on the ice question?
You're in
what kind of curling are we talking about here?
You're curling in a curl rack instead of a squat rack.
Well, the truth is, if a curl rack was set up at a perfect height, that you could unrack that bitch, you'd probably curl a little more.
They kind of make them.
Don't
Yeah.
I know? Yeah, right. You guys don't curl out of the monolift?
Oh, well, we have.
We have.
Yeah, we have plenty of
Right.
times.
Well,
yeah.
why wouldn't you?
I guess that becomes a curl rack once it
Monolith's
goes waist
poor
height.
design
That's
for
what it's
curling.
made. That's what it's
Yeah.
made for.
See, I like
True.
to start my curl. You unrack here,
Oh, so you
and
can
then
let
you
it
can
pull
get
you
the
down.
straight
Negative?
tree flex out of the bottom on the first one. Second rep's always better.
That's why those biceps are so big.
yeah.
Leading with the
So you
eccentric.
So okay, let me get this straight. You're on the preacher curl. I'm imagining, right?
Nah, I've
and
never
you're
heard of
going
it.
full force downward as
Yep.
fast as you can.
It's fast.
and then try to curl
Snap
it
it
back.
back. Yeah.
Up. Okay, that's gotta be great for
Like
the
a
elbows.
lasso. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's good.
I get
That's
it.
gotta-
Start real heavy.
I had
heavy to light.
I had Matt do some pauses on the bench yesterday. He nearly died.
Well,
He
do that
couldn't.
with the-
He couldn't figure out how to like
225
not
was as good
bounce
as it
and
got.
like
Yeah,
move
yeah.
shit
Yeah, you
all
bench
around.
like you bench a little bit like a football player, buddy.
Yeah, I bench like an athlete.
Bench is
I
like
care
a
about my
fat
total.
owl.
Oh, well, I care about my pecs not exploding.
Oh my god! I've never had a peck issue.
Oh my! Whoa! 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 His whole body's gyrating.
Put your wallet in his mouth.
for your audio folks,
It ripples.
Yeah,
It's
it's like Homer Simpson.
right, exactly.
Matt is flexing his pecs together.
You do one at a time?
I
No, just
can't
one
really
at
do
a
one at a time. I have to.
Oh, there
Here's
you
another
go.
question.
Nice.
It's like the Rock's eye. I can only go one
Yeah,
side.
right.
Let's start with Andy here. Another question.
Oh.
Tip for accepting pain and knowing when to push through and knowing whether just to chill out and try to recover. How do you kind of deal with the bumps and bruises of training?
I think that's something that really just comes with experience, right? You know, you're learning the difference. You know,
Yeah.
I guess there, and I don't even know who had said it originally, but there's a fine line between being resilient and being stupid,
Right.
right? You know, and and the perspective that you get with 10, 15, 20 years of training is really, really, really. I think you can dial that spot in.
It's kind of hard with like Instagram or media or what you read is everyone's like train like a badass. Like you're out having fun. I'm fucking bashing my head through this bar.
Great job. Right. But the thing with that is it's results, right? So what if I go for that extra rep or that extra 10 pounds or the extra set and I fucking hurt myself and I can't do anything for 2 weeks or a month or whatever. How is that smart? Do I get to go on Instagram and talk about how hardcore I am?
What should you do, not what can you do, right?
Yeah.
If you go AMRAP every single day, is literally balls to the wall, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You won't be able to train for a week. Or if you just save 1 or 2 in the tank, maybe you could squat again in a couple days.
Something that's hard to keep in mind is that you can make gains by not doing anything.
Purple gains.
You can make gains by simply stopping sometimes.
Yeah.
Purple gains by Hate
hurts,
Brand coming soon.
Something's giving you a tip, like your shoulder starts to hurt, and you're like, oh shit, I have another set to do. But you're like, you know what? If I do another set, it's going to bleed into the next workout. The next workout after that,
exactly.
I'd be better off just fucking stopping. And you live to lift another day, right?
Well, that's the best way to make progress, right? It's a career worth of progress. It's not what you did this week. It's what you did last year.
Yeah, and
that really matters.
How does that build on what you did the week before and the week before that and the training cycle before that?
Well, cool. You had a great bench workout. Now you didn't get to work out for 2 weeks, and then you had a good bench workout, and then you were hurt again. So you worked out twice this month.
Yeah.
It's happened to everyone.
That's how you don't
Everyone
make
that's
progress.
Like, I hopped on this new program and my bench went down. No, you didn't bench the same today.
Right.
Is that really the goal, to bench the best you could every day? Then bench once a month.
Some days are going to be rough.
Yeah.
And
more than most.
Fatigue is cumulative. Right, and depending on the sport you do,
That's a big word.
I read the dictionary once. if you're
cover to cover,
it's like a type of cloud.
Got a question for you, Matthew. What are some movements with good athletic carryover, other than some of the Olympic lifts?
Jumping,
bowel movements.
There you go.
Yeah, jumping. I mean, if you want to be fast and explosive, jump. You can't.
What variations
jump
of jumping do you do in your training?
I really like a weighted, and I mean either hold a med ball or
you're already
a weight
very
vest,
heavy,
right?
sir.
Yeah,
I
how
don't
much
think,
more weight?
I don't think that's necessary. You just do it with your belly full.
You guys rip on me another 13 or 14 more times. I'm fucking out of here.
That's dicks.
So I'll do like a seated box jump is what I really like. So right about parallel, and then kind of pick your feet up and think about trying to accelerate the hips all the way through it and land on. I like to jump to about a 24, maybe 36-inch box at the most. I'm not trying to prove how good my hips are flexible by jumping on some stupid.
You do that at nighttime, huh?
50-inch box. Oh yeah, I want to pull them back.
Yeah, knees by the ears.
Open it up
You open up
like
that
a
tank.
mailbox.
Whoa.
Just put whatever you want in there. Mail it out.
Fit quite a bit in there, yeah.
Oh yeah, fill one of these.
MALEBOX mailbox.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So you jump on something that's very easy and comfortable to jump on.
that I
You're
can
not,
get down from easily.
right.
Yeah,
You're not-
that's more it. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to jump down from things.
I mean, I can generate a max amount of force without having to put my knees up by my ears to land on something, and then me risk falling from 3 or 4
Right.
feet. I'm fucked.
Do you jump down or do you roll down?
I like to. I set up a small slide, like I built a play school set, and I just
Smart.
tuck in and cruise down it.
Is it like a spiral or?
Yeah, low
Oh,
impact.
yeah, for
okay.
sure. It's real tight though, from 24 inches.
Huh? What?
What? Whatever.
Somebody suggested they want some fitted caps.
No.
Just a suggestion.
The answer's still no.
He said, "Go fuck yourself."
What about top 3 places in New Orleans to get food and beer?
Oof.
He's going to come
beer.
with the hipster spots.
Yeah, of course I am. I'm not
yes.
gonna waste my
Right.
time. Yeah, just go to New Orleans. Blah blah blah. Yeah, no.
Well,
Second Line
So
Brewing
offended about it, too,
So
right?
fired up.
okay.
is awesome. That spot's really good. Courtyard Brewing is really cool. 2 kind of micro brews. Bacchanal is a restaurant that's really, really great.
Is that where the Kardashians go?
No, they're not allowed.
Is there
It's too hot down there.
This is my question from me to Matthew. Is it possible for something to be popular and still be cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you believe.
I'm just going against your hipster roots.
No, look.
Just look at me.
I mean, but there is a point where, like,
It gets
The
popular
general-
and you don't want to do it anymore.
sure, but the general mass of people don't make great decisions. I mean, would you say Nickelback's cool?
No.
Right, but they sell a shitload of albums.
I know. I didn't say everything that's popular is cool, but it's something that popular is cool.
Is there
pizza.
If I was going to do an
Okay, so
Pizza's
pizza's still
great.
cool. Pizza's still
a
cool.
Venn diagram.
I thought you were maybe
of
anti-pizza.
popularity.
Nah, you can never be
Are you
anti-pizza.
anti-donuts? Donuts are kind
No,
of cool
donuts
right
are
now.
awesome.
Okay, all
so
right.
are cupcakes.
Cupcakes. Yeah.
Cupcakes went through a trend.
What's not cool?
Cupcakes,
are
actually,
shitty.
I kind of
Monster.
disagree. Cupcakes aren't that cool.
Just eat the tops and throw the bottoms out.
I don't
That's
think,
just frosting, dude.
Yeah, I don't think cupcakes are that cool. I agree.
So
Monsters
you
got to
tear the top off the cupcake and then flip it
Cupcakes are
upside
amazing.
down and then put it down. Then you have a sandwich.
Oh, you just have
icing
a
in the middle.
huge hostess.
Clayton Lee has a complaint. At Mark Smellybell, I emailed the link in your bio and got no reply. Please get back to me if you can.
Then
Hi, Clayton.
This was on a question.
I know.
A request for questions for the podcast.
For you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be handling those.
When
Call
are,
in, Clayton.
reading
When are Black
comprehension.
Gangster raps back in stock? Silent Mike,
Recom-
give an update, Mike. Just make something up.
Black Gangsters will be within the next many
Hours.
weeks.
It's
Or,
soon.
or not.
Soon.
It's racist.
Enough. Soon enough.
Yeah, Black Gangster. That's very racist. What do you guys wear? What do you guys wear to those little kilts?
Under them, I don't wear anything.
A hate brand thong? Is that in the future?
It could be.
I'm not against
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
I don't like panty lines in my singlet.
Didn't you wear something like that one time?
I did
story.
compete
Is
in a
frowned
thong
upon?
one time.
Frowned
It was
upon?
definitely frowned upon.
It was actually more offensive than him not wearing anything under his
Yeah.
kilt.
Yeah, why is
There's
that?
something about a fat man in a thong that's just weird.
What
Didn't help
color
my
was it?
suntan. It was gray.
It's nude.
Well, when you
Yeah,
put it on,
nude color.
when you put it on, it was great.
Oh, it just looked like the Kraken
So-
reaching out around it,
Were people
sinking that ship.
Were people upset because they were turned on? Like they
I think
didn't
so.
they didn't understand
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
understand what was
exactly.
happening.
There were
understand
feelings
those
that they'd never had
A lot
to deal
of
with
blood
again.
flowed to
Yeah.
the nether regions.
Yeah.
And they were like
Their brains
they
stopped
just had to
working. They're
pretend
like,
to be mad about it.
Just its erection.
All the blood's in my penis. What do I do?
This guy's got to get out of
Can't-
here.
You can't wear that.
This can't be happening.
Yeah.
But I learned quick. You can't do that all the time because let's be honest. Like, there's never been a time that my thighs aren't touching each other with skin. So
No-
there
no-
needs to be a layer of
No
fabric.
thigh gap.
Woof.
Chub rub.
I don't have knee gap, much less fucking
Well,
thigh
like
gap.
something like coconut oil or something. You ever rub that
Keep
on
them
there?
constantly lubed?
yeah, keep them lubed up.
I think baby powder works all right.
No, not for a whole day out on the field sweating.
Well, multiple applications.
No, it would just goo up.
No. I'm not
Extra
talking put the
medicated
whole
gold
bottle
bond powder?
down there.
You start
No,
baking
it doesn't.
muffins in
No.
your pants
Yeah.
that way.
It absorbs it. You don't put the whole bottle in there.
Muffin
It doesn't
pants?
become Play-Doh.
Yeast cultures. What do we? What?
Yeah.
Here's
I'm
the
not going to get a yeast infection.
You can't wear nothing, right?
No, you can't. I wear
You should ask
spandex.
Treston about this.
regular
Treston
spandex.
is pretty knowledgeable on all this.
I just cut the front out of the
Passionate.
spandex.
How many
to let my
ply?
gear
he
breathe.
gets it all.
How many layers do you wear?
As many as possible. I like to go 4 or 5.
You're cheating.
Of
Yeah.
underwear?
You should have squats.
I wear Inzer power pants under my kilt. Power briefs.
I love it.
It's like a full
Yeah.
Could you?
Suit.
You could. Yeah, no one would
I don't know why
care.
you would want to.
I don't know either. I don't
Would
play
hurt
this.
real
I
bad
don't
all
play
day.
this non-sport that's fake.
It's true. You should try.
Let's see.
If I'm a pro, I said I would.
Yeah,
We got
you could be
another
a
question
pro.
here.
Just declare yourself.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking my talents to pro Highland
Right, I am
Games.
a now a
Hey, I like the
professional
way this guy is speaking to you guys because he's
You think he knows me?
he does.
Real
He thinks he
comfortable?
knows
I don't
both
like
of
his
you because
familiar
he
tone.
says
I'll stab him with a
already-
soldering
I
iron.
already don't like it.
he says what is y'all's thoughts on periodization in Highland Games as it pertains specifically to throwing technique itself.
I wrote a whole book.
I was gonna say, if
that
somebody
lays it
had written
out.
a book about
Yeah.
it.
Literally wrote the book on that.
Yeah. Try a training lab, guy.
Try reading my book.
Yeah, I mean, but that's throwing ends up going that way, right? So it's a little bit different than sports like powerlifting, and this is throwing, whether it's going to be like typical Olympic sports or collegiate or Highland Games.
What about
You're gonna-
frisbee?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Like frisbee
And so,
golf.
Yeah.
like, I'm going to compete a lot. Like, I'll compete 20 times a year. I can't peak for 20 games.
No.
And so some of those games are just going to be like a fancier practice lead up to nationals or a world championship.
Yeah.
And so you're going to train through a bunch of those. You'll still be in the middle of a strength cycle and sore and not able to peak. You're just going to go work on something on the field, you know?
So you train through it basically.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise,
like,
if
like this week, I mean, I lifted. I'm on a 3-day-week lifting schedule right now, so I lifted Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, got on a plane Thursday. And that's just
Why is his voice so deep? What is going on here?
he got all the tests in the family.
I'm a man.
He looks like he's going to chop down some trees, and you look like you're going to bake some muffins.
Well, toward that end,
You
here's
look like a Pillsbury doughboy, is what he just said.
The truth is, what you guys don't know, as soon as we get in the car and it's just us, he's going to go,
Yeah.
Man, that was great.
Right.
He's put on this show the whole fucking time.
All in
Ooh, I got to take this stupid beard off.
Wow. And
Take
the
off these
muscles.
high heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, muscles. Yeah.
Well, here's a question that feeds right into that. How do you stay focused on strength and less on your aesthetics? I think the answer is you start out without
That's a perfect question for Matthew.
little weighted.
you start out without any aesthetics.
Yeah, you've really sacrificed.
I don't
for
know
all
what
of
these
us,
guys are
man.
saying. I look like I've trained for weeks. God,
Awesome.
go fuck yourself, pal. How about that? How about your aesthetics?
Questions from Little Smokey. Oh, thanks, Smokey.
I run a meeting. That question was from my wife. So maybe you've thought about doing cardio, losing a little bit of the old chub.
What a great sacrifice you've made for everybody.
But you do cardio that though, right?
I do a ton of it.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
worst.
You cardio.
So I ate this pig fat, and then I ate these crawdads.
That was a one day, Mike.
bear.
I shit out in the woods.
What do you know?
Do you know Little Wayne? Down
I do,
there?
yeah.
Yeah. Holly Grove.
Yep.
Doji.
College Grove.
Oh, damn.
It's a new album.
Is Holly Grove down there somewhere, though?
Nah, he's from Magnolia Apartments. They're Magnolia Roll.
Is there a Holly Grove down there, or am I way off?
Could
he
be.
always raps about it.
Could be.
You guys hang out a lot?
How do you understand?
Me and Wayne.
He doesn't even
not
use
as much
words
as
in
speak a
songs.
different language.
Oh, okay.
They're not even real words anymore.
Yeah.
But his commercials are hilarious.
While pouring
So
champagne
funny.
on-
He's like, you can't do that with your phone.
just walking through the store.
so
So
funny.
baller.
That's amazing. I haven't heard. Is it a good album, though? I bet it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
No,
This
it's
is a
super
really,
good.
That's
I
a
bet
really good
Smelly,
question.
2 Chainz, Lil Wayne album.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, I haven't heard it.
I
Damn
fucking got it
Oh,
already.
all right.
So good.
Has wearing a ball cap all the time pushed your fat face down into your chins.
This is just proving you've been on the show too much.
Oh my! Yeah, it has.
I
There's
just turned into a thumb.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Rodriguez.
I wish.
smash.
If I could borrow his hip flexibility.
Dude, in his back, he's jacked.
He's jacked. Yeah, he's real thick.
They like constantly face swap on their
It's
things. You
so
just can't
gross.
tell.
You can't tell who's doing it. Yeah.
So
you look
gross.
exactly
We
the
went
same.
out. We trained at Barbell last time I was down there, and then went out and ate 60 tacos.
Oh, I
between
thought
me,
that was
him, and
one day
Larry.
thing.
Oh, fuck you, man. I like to live my life. What do you know?
60
pattern
tacos.
here.
What do you know? Why are you fat now?
Dude, I did this on purpose. On
For
purpose.
what?
Same sacrifice.
Look, there's a table
For
of a lot
what?
of
You
us.
haven't improved your total yet. You haven't. You have hurt hamstrings and glutes.
I added
Oh,
100
but
pounds to my
glutes.
total
He's got hurt
in
glutes.
sleeves from wraps.
Where is your God now?
Oh, what total? In here?
1550.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I don't know. It's just on the fucking thing called YouTubeGoddamn.com.
Never heard of it.
Look, there's a table of 5 of us, and there's only like 30% that have had abs before. And raise your hand.
Whatever.
I don't like this voting system. This is bullshit.
Yeah, where's my delegate?
Do it.
That's funny also that
Do a
Andy and I
recount.
work together sometimes here and there, and he looks pretty good. And you've
He's
never,
tall.
You've
If I was
never asked
taller, it
me
would
for
space
advice.
us out.
He is.
You've never asked me for advice, and you look like that.
I'm winning world titles. I'm sorry.
We're winning Instagram likes. We're sorry.
He's not.
No, I'm not.
He will be.
He can be.
Just a couple
I really
ab
don't care.
pictures.
Is that what it takes?
That's it. He's got a family. He's
Got it on
busy.
my phone. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
We got a whole gimmick for him coming up. You'll see. Oh yeah. The lumberjack. It's
Hell
going to be
yeah.
big. It's going to be a big
Texas
thing.
rattlesnake's back.
It's gonna be a big thing.
Lumberjack.
Should mainly be guys
Lumberjack.
liking his pictures, but it's okay.
He's getting sponsored by Omar. He'll be in straight stringers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't
that
matter
shirt's
who it is.
dope.
Those
I'll get it.
pictures,
to
I
him.
don't care.
There are no
matter who it
straight
is.
If you grew a
stringers.
ponytail with leave the cul-de-sac up top and get some stringers, you'd be fucking great.
The cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Smoking weed out in the woods, chopping down trees. I like it. Yeah.
That's true. It's a good day.
Sounds good.
I have a question that's not from Instagram.
Just personal?
Yeah. Who came up with the phrase "trash panda" for raccoon? I think it's the best thing ever.
They should officially.
I've
change
never
Somebody
heard
in the
that.
South.
What?
Trash panda.
I haven't either. I haven't either.
It's
I hate those
great.
trash
Man,
pandas.
raccoons are the best.
I was getting in
Walk
my
around with their
grits.
stupid
They're
thumbs.
terrifying.
Yeah. They
They
got
fucking
thumbs.
hiss at you and shit.
You ever seen a video where the one goes to eat cotton candy?
Oh,
Dude, there's a look that up, Jim. This guy goes to gives this raccoon cotton candy, and so
Bad
since
idea.
raccoons don't produce saliva, they wash their food, right? And so it takes this.
Well, they have
cotton
a
candy.
fucking sink.
What do you do? Just watch National Geographic all day?
Yeah, I know stuff, dude. So hey, watch this. It's
They wash their food.
Watch
in
out!
what?
Watch how fucking
they-
bummed out it is.
It just straight up disappeared.
Oh, he just he's like, what the shit, man?
That's pretty good.
You can't explain cotton candy to
How
a
does that only have
raccoon.
200,000
Look at
views?
its stupid thumbs.
There's probably more than one version.
Oh
of
man,
it.
that thing would tear your eyes out.
It's the same number of videos.
You want to get
Yeah.
really scared? Look up a hairless raccoon or a wet one.
Are they real or is it like a disease?
I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm really afraid to Google wet raccoon for what I might come up with. 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
have,
we're all
That's
adults
all right.
here.
I don't think I got
it-
safe search on.
Is it hairless or is it shaved or waxed?
yeah,
are we
that's what I
talking
mean.
about
Is it a disease?
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald Trump?
Oh, God.
I think we need pictures, not video.
Let's just not involve Donald Trump in our thing.
here? How
In our little
long
party.
will the Earth take to become round again?
6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Very
saying
straightforward answer.
Wait, when did it go?
It's in the
elsewhere?
process of going back around. It's
Starting-
flat now.
Now? When does the 6 months start? Should I?
It's cyclical.
Do I
Does this
need-
have to do with the moon
Just like
cycle?
There's a
technology.
song,
Do I
right
need to
round, right
prepare?
round,
Oh,
right?
spin
No,
your
no.
head right round.
Right
It'll be
round?
tough to know.
What about the moon cycle? Does that play a role?
No, the moon's one of those things. It's another flat disk. It's more of an illusion than it is anything.
Oh, how's it fuck with our period
Time is
so
a flat
good?
circle.
Oh, it does a lot. Yeah.
Exactly.
Time's a flat circle. Earth is a flat circle.
Yeah.
You know, Chrissy and I are
Perfect
going to do
circle.
this. Our Flat Earth World Tour coming up. We're going to sail the edge of this cocksucker.
So
Somebody wants to
confused.
know what kilt they should buy. Where do you go to buy a kilt?
Sportkilt.com.
All
Original
right.
sportkilt.com.
God damn, this
Original.
is plug
It's
central.
from Sportkilt.
God damn
Sportkilt
it.
asked the
Yeah,
question.
exactly. At Sport.
Yeah.
God.
Is it?
Oh, it is.
I mean,
yeah, actually.
how many
And,
international kilt makers are there?
There's a
other than
bunch, but
oh, really?
Sportkilt makes good for competition stuff.
Okay.
The real
Not
ones
good,
are
the best.
The real ones, like, they're heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
like-
see
Your
you.
kilt will weigh.
Oh, these are the
4
Under
or 5
Armour
pounds.
fucking.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Sport like
Because
cotton.
The traditional one's just like 9 yards
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of wool.
You got big old belts and shit.
That's how they
kilt
came
that
up with
weighs
give them the whole
30
9
pounds.
yards was for kilts.
The whole what?
if you're if you don't have a
is
throwing
now.
if you don't have a throwing background, how hard is it to be good at Highland Games?
It's not
I don't have
impossible.
a throwing
Yeah,
background.
but he's
I've done
also
okay.
an
I've done
athlete.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I just turned pro. I've never thrown a
that's
thing in my
true,
life.
Yeah. Having a throwing background for the Highland Games, like especially if you competed at like the collegiate level, it's cheating. We definitely show up with
It is
like
cheating.
a cheat
You guys
code.
should have your own class.
Yeah, for sure.
A bunch of fucking cheaters.
Yeah, the ones that pay. You'd have to go down a class.
Yeah.
So this is not a question anybody asked you guys, but it's a question that came in. This guy coaches
about
high school
Slingshot
football
products.
players, and all of them squat good except for this guy. I've talked to him
Just
about
putting poor
spreading
little
the
Timmy
floor.
on blast.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Knees out, bud.
It could be worse.
That
Yeah,
ain't
that's
bad.
right.
That
Say,
ain't-
I see worse squats.
That
on
ain't
a
bad at
weekly
all.
basis.
I don't think it's not that bad.
He's
yeah.
a little
That's
overextended
not
in the
terrible.
gut region, but
Yeah, he's got his booty
Ooh.
back a little
he's
far.
just
That last
young.
one
The
was
kid's
a
got to
little-
be 14.
Yeah, he hasn't lifted enough
He
to
could-
get like weird stabilization muscles.
He
or
could
get
probably
used
use
to
a little less weight, right?
He probably walks a lot like that too.
I'd maybe even
Looks
just
like
go,
a baby
He looks
giraffe.
like a baby giraffe. Yeah, like a
Yeah.
14-year-old
You just go like
kid.
pause squats for a while, drop his chin, drop his gut a little bit. Boom.
Put him in a hip
Maybe
circle
not.
for a little while.
See,
Maybe
I can't-
not crank the belt down so tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not even go with it, but who cares?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, skip the belt.
Even at me,
If you
like,
go any tighter on that belt, it's just going to crush your spine.
no, the heavier I'm
Snap him
squatting,
It's just
the
vertical
lighter
in
I put
size.
my belt on.
Yeah.
The heavier I'm squatting, the lighter I put my belt
Really?
on.
Because you got more pressure.
Well, like 2 years ago, I'd crank that thing like, oh, this will hold my spine together.
No,
And
there's
now, yeah.
definitely a window. See, I usually run it the same no matter what the weight is.
Yeah. No. I mean, as I progress in
I mean,
my
I
weight,
can still put a finger through
I don't mean in a session.
or in.
oh,
Ooh.
I mean within my experienced years, not within a session.
oh, yeah.
you can blow out an O-ring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when the
it's not
anal
too
leakage
tight.
comes, I think.
Well,
so
You
you
have
put
to
it
start
tight.
trying to.
Passing
had that.
out too.
Yeah.
You
Just
know?
a
Pink
finger's
sock
good.
that thing. Turn
a
it
finger's
inside
good.
out.
What?
What?
Pink what?
Pink sock. Just push your butthole out.
Is that a rosebud?
Rosebud.
Yeah, pink sock. Same thing. Prolapse.
Push it back in.
Brown sock? Dress
I
sock?
don't. Just let it hang.
Like push it.
Yeah.
Push it real good.
Leg pressure.
Any other brain busters?
It's great that all our questions are trolls on Matt.
Of course.
I think we've done our job.
You've kind of talked about this before, but throw it out there again. Just, what's the hate thing about the
So-
HIV? What's this HIV? stuff?
HIV brand doesn't make any
It's actually-
sense to me.
It says heavy.
Yeah. Heavy.
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 It'd be easier to change it that people would get it.
Yeah,
So
how'd
the
you
hate,
turn,
the hate
how'd you
thing,
turn numbers into letters?
Roman numerals.
Oh, okay.
The Romans.
Okay.
The Romans.
I thought you were just making up your own system.
The
They
or
most
something. I didn't know
powerful,
what's going
handsome
on.
people on the planet. I agree.
Yeah, they invented running water, and then they invented Roman numerals.
There you go.
Smart.
Not bad.
Yeah, concrete.
Concrete.
So you're mad because
Giant,
Yeah.
giant noses.
It's
Steroids.
It's mostly just because I'm fat. It's a hate thing. It's more about that kind of message that you just aren't going to tolerate your own excuses for stuff. I mean, everybody's got a reason to not
Kind
go
of
to
a
the
fuck
gym
your
today.
elbow type deal.
Yeah, it's exactly your fuck your elbow type deal.
There you go.
Man, everyone's got a job. Everyone was tired. Everyone's got reasons why they don't want to go to the gym or don't train. Or it's easy to have those excuses. But the only person that really matters is be accountable to yourself. And so, I mean, it's a little bit of, fuck you, man. You don't deserve a break. Get up and go do your job. Go do what you're supposed to fucking do today. And that's how you keep making progress. And it's, hate yourself more than that guy you're competing against.
It's not about killing your self-esteem. It's about it's about getting rid of your excuses.
Yeah, it's a positive thing.
Yeah,
It's
self-improvement.
right. Yeah, self-improvement through self-loathing.
You don't deserve cool shit unless you've been busting your ass for it, right?
Right. I mean, we've laughed about it and talked about it for years, and that's really where it stemmed from. Is we'd see athletes or something like that, and we would always kind of laugh and be like, "That fucking guy hates himself." And he's that dude, Jerry Rice, out there catching bricks at 5 in the morning when he's the best receiver of all time.
Right.
That's the hate. That's he's willing to outwork you, and it doesn't matter if you've got. I mean, if you're the most talented dude or genetics or any of those things for your sport, those are things that you can't control at all. But what you can control is how hard you work. You can control showing up every day. You can control being positive. You control what you put in your mouth. You can control all these things. And so,
I'm too young. Just too young.
Mike does dicks.
Yeah. Control everything that you put in your mouth.
It's just about making those decisions more correct on a regular basis, and be willing to hold yourself accountable. Not, I need a coach that tells me to do this. Like, fucking do it yourself.
I think
it's about you.
I think I know why you hate yourself. It leads into this next question.
This can't be good.
Matt, are you adopted or something?
Is this live? You call in, you son of a bitch.
There is no
I'll
possible
fucking debate
way
you.
that him and Andy have the same genes. Andy is
Maybe
way
he's
too
adopted.
jacked. Please explain yourself, Matt.
He was adopted.
It could be.
Raised by wolves.
I mean, who else in your family looks like you guys individually?
We both look like our dad,
yeah,
just
different ways.
and then he looks. See, he looks more like mom's side of the family, and I look fucking exactly like dad.
Okay.
So, like our grandfather, mom's dad was 6'6".
Yeah, he was 6'4" in his 80s.
Yeah.
So,
You guys ever think
But
of doing a
thin.
remake of Twins?
I gotta be Danny DeVito. Bullshit.
I think that's where this is going.
I'd play fucking Danny DeVito.
You get to wear a sweet Hawaiian. I mean, that would look sick.
Oh, dude, I'm thinking about keep bulking and get some Tommy Bahama shirts.
Matching suits at the end.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking badass.
See?
Some boat shoes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Looking to get real comfortable in some Tommy Bahama shirts. Real nice. Like Fat Mac on Always Sunny. Just insulin shots in the gut after dinner. You want some of these, man?
You talking about getting jacked again?
Yeah, dude. Type 3 diabetes. That's the best type.
There's a few other questions, but fuck all that.
Yeah, they all
I'll ask
suck.
one more to Andy.
Oh.
Andy, you look amazing. You look jacked. You look tan. You look stellar. How has this transformation happened? Not that you looked bad before, but you must have lost, 20 pounds of body fat or something?
Man, I actually lost a bunch of weight recently with the help of Mr. Silent Mike over here.
Oh, Mike. Silent Mike?
He coaches?
Silent
does.
Mike help somebody?
Hook me up,
God
man.
damn, write that down.
It was only $1,000. Thanks for that, by the way.
He just sent
Worth
him
every
macros.
penny. But yeah, actually,
Macaroni.
I had a hunt that I was going on with some customers. It was a helicopter hog hunt. You fly around a helicopter and shoot automatic weapons at hogs.
Sounds fantastic.
Feral hogs in Texas are this huge problem. So at any rate, without
Let's do
getting too
that.
deep into that, I found out like 4 weeks out from my hunt that there's a 300-pound individual limit. So I have to be
The fat boy limit.
yeah, right, for real. Like no heavier than 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, fully dressed to get on this helicopter. And at the time I'm like, oh shit. Yeah.
What were you?
At that, was when I started, I was 307.
Not too
not
bad,
dressed.
but not good.
Not dressed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
307 naked.
312, yeah.
Yeah.
Boots.
So 4 weeks later.
And the machine gun in your hand.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they don't
We're
have
at
to worry with
330.
that.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, four. Got with Mike. Laid out the diet.
It was a little extreme and probably not healthy, but we got it done.
Got it done. Well, and it was. I mean, honestly, it was the kind of the kick in the ass that I needed this year because I kind of been fucking about, not really serious about what I was eating and not tracking and drinking too much and blah blah blah. So it was definitely the kick in the ass I needed. But the Friday that I left, to go on my hunt, I was 287.
How many selfies did you take that day?
One.
No, you should have just gone on a full photo shoot.
No, I took one.
We'll
I
plug
took
it on
one.
this fucking thing.
Yeah, he sends me a text that morning, and he's like, man, I'm 293, like not dressed, and then I'm right at 300 in clothes, and like had a weekend that he did it. And he sends me a message. He's like,
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Like, I'm 286.
Do you have a before?
Shit, man.
Send them to me. We'll get you your Instagram following way above Matt's. He looks so jacked.
Yeah, it's just going to be dudes fapping to him.
Whatever.
Likes are likes, bro.
Likes are likes, baby.
They have 2 fingers to double tap.
True that. Huh?
Yeah, that's what
Bunch.
You're jacked there too, though. It's not that good, actually. He's just jacked.
He just made him smaller.
I was like,
Just made him catabolic for a few
the
weeks.
first time in my life I ever had like a legit six-pack. I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck is this? Yeah.
Nice. And then I immediately asked him, I was like, dude, you going to stay like this? He's like, fuck no.
Yeah. It doesn't always feel that
It's the
good.
worst.
Dropped calories, dropped fat, tracked everything, a little bit of everything.
Chop the carbs out, man.
Yeah,
I really-
especially rest days.
Yeah, I kept. I mean, even on training days, I never added it back because I didn't feel like I had to.
Yeah, that's
you
good.
know, that's what you said. Training days are really hard. If you feel like you need them, you can. I mean, I just tried. I kept my carbs as close to 50 grams a day as I could.
That's a good point. The way that a lot of us train, you don't really need a ton of carbohydrates.
It's not big endurance.
I really expected, to take a hit, to feel bad. When I started, it never happened. So I mean, I just kept going, and I think during that period, I had like one day where I had like 88 grams of carbs, and I did a weightlifting meet that day.
The other thing too, though,
that was tough. That was not. But I mean, that wasn't. I wasn't training for that weightlifting meet. I was trying to get ready to make sure my fat ass could get on this helicopter. And so what I cared about.
And then they canceled the hunt.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Then it got
You didn't tell me
canceled
that.
due to weather. Yeah.
The other thing too, though, is that you were tracking. People talk about like jumping on all these diets, like, oh, I'm going vegan. But if you have no idea of your calories, you're gonna feel like shit. You're either gonna gain weight or you're gonna lose weight. But if it's uncontrolled, then you don't know what your result is.
And if he only cut his carbs and wasn't paying attention to anything else, he might not lose anything.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he knew exactly how much fat he was taking in and exactly how much protein he was taking in. So it was easy.
And
if you figure out
makes all
like
the difference in the world for me. I mean, it's
tracking's huge.
Yeah, you call it whatever you fucking want to call it, but be aware.
If you figure out like even what your base calories should be, if you're a guy who's not tracking already and just don't go over that, it'll make a big difference.
Big Dano's lost like 17 pounds, and he
like a chair falling off the Titanic, if you ask me.
And we gave him. I gave him 5 rules. Rules are: 1, track everything before you put in your mouth. 2, don't drink any calories. 3, don't eat anything staring at any type of screen, TV, computer, phone. And then the other 2 are selfies and weigh yourself.
He just
every
turn
morning.
around like when the TV's on.
just listens to it.
Yeah, just to his back.
I wouldn't put it past him. But the fact is, you just start to build these boundaries and build these habits.
He just yells for his mom to fix him meals. He's like, grilled chicken, Mom.
Mom, tell me what's on TV.
And
Bring it in here.
There's multiple ways to like track things. You can keep track of everything that you eat.
Yeah.
Or you can just be conscious of everything you eat. You can weigh yourself on a daily basis, and you can see if you're heading the right direction, then you're heading in the right direction. Whether it's up or down or whatever the case is.
You do anything long enough, right? No different than like I don't write down my training every day anymore.
Right.
Like, I know what I need to do in the gym, and so if I've tracked for the last 5 years, and you start learning what 4 ounces of chicken looks like or 6, you don't have to punch it in.
See, I personally feel like I'm better when I'm strict like that. When I'm weighing my food, or if I'm if I'm traveling, if I know before I leave where I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat. It gives me less. I feel like the
leeway.
The shorter leash that I give myself, the better off I am.
Yeah, you're on a plan. So you're like, no, this is the plan that I decided to do.
I've already made this decision. I'm not going to change my mind and go eat this instead, and then because it fucks up the whole deal for the rest of my day.
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, it would be so sweet to be like that. Actor when they talk about these guys gained weight or put on this size, like all your job is to go to the gym and you have someone else that cooks the exact macros worth of food that are delicious every day.
And then
awesome.
injecting them with steroids, which
No,
I'm
they would
certain
never
that's
do that.
happening.
Right.
It's
No.
100% sure that's happening.
Steroids don't do anything. That's the thing everyone...
As fake as the Highland Games.
Right.
Yeah.
Big jack chickens.
Jack's chickens. I think the thing with carbs, because a lot of people are like, oh, you should eat carbs, but the people who can get away with it have the insulin sensitivity because they're not fat.
The easy question to ask about like whether or not you should be carb or fat heavy, right? It's like, how much did you weigh when you graduated high school? If you were 18 and already 250 or 60 pounds, carbs probably aren't your friend.
You probably have trouble eating the right kind of carbs too. You're probably not eating stuff that doesn't have a lot of fat in it. You're probably eating pizza and ice cream and all the shit that tastes really good.
Yeah,
addicted to it.
Yeah, and then but if you're a guy who graduated high school at like $1.15 and then has now gotten up to 250 through stuffing their face the whole time, like you can probably handle carbs because otherwise the weight's just going to fall off of you. I'm a guy that doesn't. I can gain weight easy.
Yeah,
right.
Clearly.
Yeah. I mean, even that, for that or strength. I mean, it's never been a problem. Talking about.
Right.
I was a skinny looking 280 when I graduated high school. You
Right.
know? And that's never been my issue. I've
Right.
had to work really hard going the other direction.
Right.
Yeah,
But-
if you wanted me to be 310 and really strong, a month, fucking easy.
I'm into it.
But I mean, at least I've found with myself, that these last 4 weeks, because I was on a relatively short timetable to pull this off. I knew there was going to be some suffering involved. But when I say that, I was never hungry.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that. But I mean, there were certainly times I was hanging out with we'd go to dinner with my wife or hanging out with
Yeah, the weightlifting meet.
At the weightlifting meet, they're all sitting around eating cheeseburgers and drinking beer afterwards, and I've got my pound of bison patties over there. Eating,
You just got to change your mindset.
myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
right.
goal and your why, and then even in the gym, like get work done rather than let's hit PRs.
Yeah.
Right? I
Right.
mean, you're eating less food. You're going to have less energy to recover and less energy to
Yeah.
perform. It's just how it goes.
But that's I'll hear that from people. They'll say, okay, well, I understand tracking. I want to do this, and I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to, well, if it's low carb, but I still like to have a couple beers a week. Like, you can't fucking do that.
Right.
You just can't do that.
Yeah.
No one got jacked on beer.
No, and then what are you
I
going to drink? A
love
bunch
beer.
of Michelob Ultras?
Right.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
man.
Well, then you're going to
I-
make poor decisions and probably be up later than you should be, and it's going to affect your sleep and so on. And there's
Yeah.
10 other things it's going to do.
Yeah, it's not the 3 beers; it's the 2 Whataburgers that come.
I mean, there's
Pound of nachos.
It gets to where there's a time that you can, and if you're
Right.
just starting this plan, you're just starting to try and work on this, and you try and
It's not the good time for it.
No, man. You need to get to a certain place.
You need to
and
be
then you can-
strict first before.
Right, right. It's those people who start a diet, and the first thing they want to know is when do you get a cheat day? Like after you hit a goal.
Yeah.
How about that? Like 6 weeks?
Yeah, like
Right.
that was. It was
You've had a
it was-
cheat
it was
day
4
every
solid-
day for the
4
last
solid
10
weeks.
years.
Right. Everything I put in my face for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And had 2 days where I was over like 54 grams of carbs.
Well, then it's about how much you go over, too. Because you can ruin a diet with a cheat
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
anyone can put down 10K calories in a day.
Well, that's the thing. Like if you think that like what 3,500 calories is a
Cheat meal
pound.
Story. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
you know,
Oh,
big
God,
deals.
it's so good.
3,500 calories equals a pound if you have to be negative to lose weight, right? And so over the course of a week, that's what
It's a lot of math.
500 calories a day negative.
Yeah. 250 to 500 is often where people
And
start.
so that's
yeah.
losing 1 pound a week.
Yeah.
And then on Saturdays, well, I'll just eat whatever I want. It's fucking
you get
easy
the-
to add an extra 3,500 in that day, and then
Yep.
you're nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it levels out all the time. That's everyone.
Huh.
That's everyone on fucking America.
Let's go eat some fucking pizza.
I'm in.
Best.
I gotta go get a massage.
It's tough, because you like when you eat fat or kind of eat almost reckless, it seems to bode well for you with your throwing.
Yep.
And with the performance in the gym. Obviously, if you eat so poorly that it affects your health over a long period of time, there's probably
Right.
going to be some problems, But we've all seen it. We've been around strength athletes pretty much all our lives, and there's so many of them. You see it time and time again that they sort of eat whatever they want.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really have any negative effect. Is it the most optimal thing? That's a whole other discussion.
Right.
But it doesn't seem to matter as that much. It seems to matter that you get enough fuel, and fat always seems to be. The more fat you eat, seems like it's great for strength.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the more fat you eat, but eating a certain amount of fat
Correct.
seems to be really
Yeah.
good for strength. And typically, you pull the fat out of your diet to lose weight because it helps pull calories away. And then when you do that, it's going to affect your strength at some point.
I mean, you've got to prioritize, right?
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're going to be a competitive athlete and your goal is winning, do what it takes to win. I mean, but you don't have to. There's a window too, like especially for throwing. Like I'm not going to throw well at 300 pounds. I just can't move.
Right.
So my window is between 270, 280, and that's always been the diet restrictions I've had. Talking to whether you or Chrissy or anyone else is like, I'll do what you want me to do, but I'm not dropping out of this window because as soon as strength suffers, like I throw like shit, and I'm not interested in looking better and throwing poorly.
Yeah,
I feel-
Instagram knows.
Yeah, I feel better close to 300 pounds. I got down to 290, last year because I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to throw at all. I was dealing with some, pretty significant sciatica issues, and so it gave me something to do in training. I couldn't really train for strength. I couldn't really train for performance because I was training around an injury. So it gave me something to work for. And
Got you motivated.
Through the course of the season, that was just too light for me. So I'm trying to. Right now,
Right.
I think I was like 294 when I left the house. So get in that 295 to 300 pound range. I
We
think
can
is
put
where I
that
need
back
to
on.
be. Oh, I've already put that back on.
Nice.
I put that on yesterday.
All right, I think that's all the time we got. That's the Vincent brothers. Thanks for that wonderful poop story. Thanks for sharing everything with us,
That's
guys.
a good one.
Andy, where can people find you if you want them to find you?
Instagram at VincentTX is
Nice.
the best one. Yeah.
Matty Too Fatty, where can they find you?
I hate Matt Vincent
The
on
fat
Instagram.
The fat animal.
And YouTube's is Matthew Vincent is the channel.
And you got some sort of website?
I do. Thehate.com, spelled like the hat, HVIII.com, and you can pick up the mobility sleeve there as well. Those will be shipping out very soon, and I got a discount code for PowerCast listeners.
Oh my God.
Use the code PowerCast and pick up anything from the site for 20% off or 25%
You couldn't give us 30?
off.
You couldn't give us 30?
No.
All right, 25 it is.
What's the horizon on that? How long does that last?
It'll last.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're a listener,
last like you or last like
forever.
Oh.
I mean,
Whoa.
I don't know if
All
it'll last
night?
forever. It'll be around for a while. If you've listened to this sometime, in
Somebody just died? What happened over there?
did you fall down?
Yeah.
Something.
So yeah, use that code and get a discount on all of the wares that I sell.
The wares. Yeah. All right, that's it from me. Multiply your hustle, multiply your muscle, and may all your shits be tapered. I'm at Mark Smellybell on Instagram and Twitter. Later.
Silent Mike with 2 Ks.
I'm Jim McD, STTV. Everywhere that I want you to find me and some feedback, follow the show on Instagram.
Fucking
We
hot
are
mic.
at Mark Bell's PowerCast.
You guys fucking sucked, by the way.
Yeah, we're never good. That's one thing. Wait, does this make me the number most guest
Most guests.
Possibly. I'd have to do
fattest.
some math.
between me and Chrissy?
Chrissy.
Chrissy?
Oh my God, she's one of your best friends and you just fucked up her name. Holy shit.
I don't really know her that well.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
the thing.
That's okay.
I've actually never met her. Call in now.
Our thanks to howmuchyabench.net, thepowermagazine.com, 8manstrong.com, cavemancoffeeco.com, Harry's Razors at harrys.com, and bodybuilding.com. Mark Bell's PowerCast is a production of supertraining.tv.